Well. Hello, everyone. Welcome to a live show. And I'm just getting the bearings. All right, we're good. Hello, guys. Welcome to the Abroad Japan studio. Sorry about that. Bit disorientated. I've spent all day cleaning the studio. It actually looks quite good. It's back to its former self. Yeah, I'm so happy. But welcome. Thanks for joining me tonight, guys, for this special occasion, this kind of celebration, really, to have the studio back in one piece after a very turbulent week. I've actually been a little bit sick this week, so if I cough or collapse, just don't worry. It's normal. It's to be expected. I don't know what it was, but I've been in bed like 3 days, and you can hear my voice is gradually disappearing with every word that I speak. But today, I'm here, all yours for the next 2 hours. Let me know where you're watching from, guys. Where are you watching from? Which country? How are you watching? Are you in bed? Are you on an airplane? Are you riding a dolphin? I don't know. Let me know how you're watching. Always good to find out. And you might have noticed, first things first, we've got a brand new Maneki Neko Lucky Cat. About 3 times the size of the last one. But the question is, can you see the previous Maneki Neko? Because I didn't get rid of it. It's somewhere in shot. I don't want to spoil it, but you've got to try and find it. You've got to see if you can see it. Bit of a challenge there, like where's Wally? Or where's Waldo in America? I've never understood why it's different. But let's see where you're watching from. Pakistan, Germany, Buffalo. Buffalo? Oh, Buffalo, New York. Not literally a buffalo. That would be amazing, though. UK, West Romania, Denmark, Kentucky, Ireland, Indonesia. Hello, Chris. Have some fried chicken. Buy some fried chicken. I'm not going to eat fried chicken tonight. Well, you've just reminded me. I've forgotten to get the food out of the fridge. I'll get it in a minute, though. I'm not going to just start a live show and then disappear. That would be unspeakably bad. And I'm not going to do that. But today it is a kind of a sponsored live show, really. It's not going to change much. The only thing is, during the live show, I am going to be unboxing this massive box of sake from Tipsy Sake. It's basically a box of lots of Japanese sake. I don't really do sponsorship stuff in live streams, but there's 3 reasons I'm doing this. Number 1, at least 3 YouTubers I know have tried Tipsy Sake and sung its praises a lot. Number 2, a lot of the sake in this box that you can get, it's from sake from all around Japan, particularly in Tohoku, where I live, and sake that I personally love and enjoy. And number 3, above all, I just really need a drink. It's been a long week. I really need a drink. So, perfect timing. Thank you, Tipsy Sake, for this box. Let's crack it open. And to go with the sake, tonight I've ordered some sushi, which is in the fridge. It's actually been freshly prepared, so looking forward to that. Still, what's going on here? Everyone's telling me where they're watching from. I'm on a PlayStation 5 in Canada. Very nice. Toronto, South Africa. I'm playing Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order. Very good, very good. While I'm watching this. Yes, have me on in the background as I slowly but surely get drunk in my very hot studio. That's why I look bright red. That's why I look like Father Christmas. I like this camera more. It's much more nice skin tones. Why does this camera look good and I look natural, like an actor? Do I look good? Rate me from 1 to 10. And then there's this one where it's like, oh, I look like just a melted piece of ham. It's awful. I might just stick with this one. But anyway, I do need a drink now. I like to have a drink when I kick off these live shows because I get quite nervous. It's not easy having lots of people watch you. It's very scary. Lauren says, good morning, Chris from Boston. Hello, Lauren. Have a good morning. Michael says, get yourself some Family Mart chicken soup. Family Mart chicken soup? If I'd known that, that would have been the perfect pairing to go with the sake. Family Mart chicken soup. The innovations of Family Mart never cease to amaze me. But for the next 2 hours, guys, I am all yours to question and interrogate, so ask away. Terry says, hey Chris, glad to see the studios back in business. Here's a contribution to restocking on the ramen. Thank you so much, Terry. Thank you very much. A massive thank you. And a massive thank you to all of you guys. I've had such an outpouring of support this week. You know, on the one hand, it wasn't that bad. It could have been a lot worse, right? The earthquake, the fact the building's still standing and most of the studio was standing was a great sense of a great source of relief when I came in here the other day. But it has been a bit tough. There was a lot of smashed stuff. The greatest concern was there was lots of water all over the floor when I first got back in here, and it turned out the water leak was an apartment 2 stories up. and like something had gone wrong in it. I don't know what had happened. I don't know what goes on in that apartment, if they've got like a private swimming pool or some crap. But a pipe must have burst because all the water flooded down 2 stories into here. But luckily it's stopped now, and let's keep it that way. Chris, you could have died. I could have died. I do actually feel a lot more grateful and thankful for this week. It was quite comfortably the scariest earthquake I've ever experienced, and I really don't want to do that again. Like, it was really, like I've gone through a lot of earthquakes in the 10 years I've been here, naturally, and you know, it's fine. Sometimes it's almost kind of interesting, but this was the first time I genuinely like felt like I was gonna cry and genuinely felt like I was gonna die, and it wasn't really nice. And unfortunately, there's been a lot of aftershocks since then. Like, there's just been loads of earthquakes, and they say that there's going to be an earthquake like that every single year. So yeah, that's going to be exciting, isn't it? God, starting to regret living in Sendai. All right, let's crack open the box then. I don't have any scissors. Oh wait a minute, there's a knife here. All right. God, that's a very ominous looking knife. Watch me bloody cut myself live. I tell you what though, what would be quite insane would be if there was an earthquake during this live show. And given there's been an earthquake at least every day this week so far, I wouldn't be surprised. So you might get to see that. One thing I have done, I've been clever, I have actually earthquake-proofed the studio a little bit. So I've been using these. These are magical blue like stickers. That sounds really crap. They're basically really strong sort of stickers that you put underneath objects. So, for example, a lot of things around me, like the Maneki Neko, that's got 2 of those stickers underneath, and it means like it shouldn't leave the surface of the table. Fingers crossed. That would suck, especially if this. Oh, did anybody find the Maneki Neko? Did anybody find it? Did you see it? Good to see you. Okay, you're okay, says Christina. Thank you, Christina. Alex, Chris, I just woke up and I had to stop by. I wanted to say congratulations on getting the studio fixed. Cheers from the US. Thank you, Alex. Thank you. It's very kind. Did anybody find the Maneki Neko? Yeah, you all found it. That's right. You can see it here. There we go. Just there. The left ear's smashed, but most of it's still intact, and it's nice. Like it's become a part of the weird toys in the sweet store on the other street. It's kind of nice there. Kind of a reminder what went down. I didn't want to throw it away. A lot of people wanted me to do kintsugi, where you like get broken pottery and forge it together with gold, but that was a lot of effort, and yeah, that wasn't going to happen. It looks good smashed anyway. It's kind of cool. It's rustic. It's definitely rustic. Yeah. The Anime Waffle says, Chris, glad to see the studio back. Thank you for being my inspiration for wanting to teach English in Japan as an ALT. Thank you. Thank you very much. I hope you get to. I hope you get to do it. Come to Japan. Don't be put off by the earthquake. I got a few people who were who said they wouldn't want to live in Japan because of the earthquake. Don't worry. Don't let that get you down. As bad as it was, it still wouldn't have. It still hasn't made me regret living here. So don't worry about it. All right, here we go. Which is the best way to open this without smashing literally everything? Come on. All right. Maybe sideways. I like unboxing things. This is fun. Why don't I do this more often? All right. Ooh. You're about to discover I'm shit at reacting to things. I'm like, I think it's a British thing. Like, if I was American, this would be like really good. But because I'm like British, I'm like, oh, that's good, isn't it? There's some sake. It actually looks really good though. Like, the design is really nice. The box has a real quality feel to it. And there's a letter in here from Tipsy Sake that says, oh, it's cool. It's got like postcards from all the different areas and regions that the sake has come from. Very nice. Shirataki Brewery from Niigata. Asahi from Yamaguchi. How many bottles of sake are in here? This could get very dangerous very fast. I know there's a lot of people probably thinking, oh God, Chris, not again. Don't do it again. Don't humiliate yourself with alcohol. Remember to drink in moderation, as I always say. There's a map of Japan there. Oh, that's actually really cool. shows you like all the different areas and what the sort of the characteristics are for different areas. So, for example, Niigata sake is light and dry. South Tohoku is rich and light, and North Tohoku is rich and sweet. My favourite sake is probably from this region, given that I'm here right now. I'm literally sitting in a chair about here, out to sea. Now, about here, this is Miyagi Prefecture. Beautiful place, great sake. And look at this, it just keeps on coming. What we got here? Changing of the seasons. So each box is, I think it's, obviously each box is different, has lots of different items in, depending on the seasons. And there you go. They've really done a great job, actually, telling the story of all the sake, where it comes from, who made it, how it's made. Even I need to brush up on my sake knowledge. Junmai, Ginjo, Daiginjo. The best one, or the most sort of prized one, is this one here, 70% refined. It's like they polish the rice, and the more polished it is, the more expensive it is, basically. And often, the higher quality the rice is in the sake. I'm failing here. All right, here we go. What have we got then? Where's the sake from? Bottle number 1. This is from... Oh, wow, it's from Yamagata. That's where I was going to say that's where I'm from, but I'm not. But that's where I lived. Oh, it's from Soroka. Oh, that's cool. I probably had this one before at one point or another. I'm going to drink that first. We've also got one here from... Yuzawa. Ah, Yuzawa. This is the snowiest place in Japan, Yuzawa, in Niigata. Niigata's incredibly famous for its rice. Of course, it's home to the amazing sake vending machines, so you've got to go to Niigata for that. Allegretto says, I'm pretty sure the entire chat wants you to drink all the sake. I'm glad you're safe. I'm going to drink in moderation. I am going to switch the heating off because I am literally about to melt, and I'm going to get the sushi. So 1 second. I'm going to run. There we go. And this is the sushi that's going to go with it. I really should, the ramen counter's starting to feel perilously small. I can't. And the last bottle here is from... This looks very nice. Whoa. Nambu Bijin. Beautiful woman. Where's this one from? Of course it's from Nambu in Iwate Prefecture. Okay, so we've got Iwate, Niigata and Yamagata. All prefectures I love. And I've travelled to extensively. I think there's even more sake in here. Oh my god. Look at this. There's even more. This is, how much sake is, this is insane. Look, there's 3 more bottles in there. This is incredible. I mean, I'm not going to drink them all. This will be like abroad in a body bag if I have to drink them all. Chris, it's Kat and Brittany here. We're so glad to know that the studio's back and you're doing well. Stay safe. Stay cool. Thank you very much, Kat and Brittany. I hope you're doing well. Working holiday visa applications are open again, and I'm not going to let an earthquake stop me from going to Japan. I've waited 2 years for this, says Vanilla Coke. Absolutely. Don't let it get in your way. Good to see you in better spirits, Chris, and with better spirits. Thank you very much. I'm in good spirits. I'm in very good spirits because I've got more sake than anyone's ever got in the world ever. Where's this one from? Oh, this one's good. Okay, so this is my favourite sake. I'm actually probably going to start with this, to be honest. This is, it's called Nigori Sake, and it's basically a kind of cloudy sake. It's kind of cloudy, so I've got a lot of the rice inside it, right? And you can see there it's cloudy. But I like it. It's got a sort of milky sort of texture to it, almost like a cocktail, and I might start with that one. It's also got some incredible branding there. I love the branding on sake. It makes me want to drink it more. And we've got another bottle here. This one is from... I can't get it out. Wait, where was this one from? This one is from... doesn't say. Just says snow. Okay, there must be a... I don't know. Alright, let's move all this off a sec and actually drink something. But great box, seriously, incredible value. A staggering amount of sake. Like, this is great because obviously all of my sake collection just got smashed to pieces, and I just spent the last few days mopping it off the floor. So right now, in the space of one box, it's been completely replenished. So thank you, Tipsy Sake. And if you go to Tipsy Sake in the description box and use the discount code ChrisJapan, you get 10% off. So do it, check it out. All right, let's start with this one here. But thank you so much for joining me tonight, guys. It's been a long week, but things are looking up. Knowing my luck, there'll be another bloody earthquake in a minute, and it will level the entire room once again. But I've got some sushi to go with the sake, so can't be that bad. All right, I might read that later. Have a look at that. What I do like about these boxes, though, they actually, like the crates, they do actually like go into a lot of detail about where the products are from, which I think is really important, right? They go into all the character where it's from. Okay, let's have this one. The one bottle. Oh, it's from Kyoto. Okay. Kyoto. Ooh, I like that. Let's go for a close up. The moment. Oh yeah. Beautiful. Beautiful. Well, cheers, guys. Thank you so much for joining me tonight as I make my way through the sake and the sushi in just a moment. But yeah, thank you for joining me. I'm incredibly grateful to have you here. A little bit disorientated, as I said earlier. It's not been a good week, but cheers. Oh, that's really good. Very easy to drink. If you want like a really easy to drink sake, this is a good starting one. Because of the cloudiness, it's got a beautiful... it's almost like a cocktail. I love it. Beautiful, beautiful. And the perfect pairing. Some sushi. We've got a question here from Grant. This is Chris. Are you secretly stealing the youth from the trash taste boys? The more you hang out, the older they seem and the younger you seem. I don't know about that. They make me feel very old. But I did have a lot of fun with the guys on their live show 1 week ago, where they raised, I think, $180,000 for charity. An incredible job by the guys. They stayed up 24 hours straight, which I was there like 6 or 7 hours. No, I was there 8 hours, and I was dead by the end of it. I don't know how the hell they stayed awake that long, but no, seriously, well done to them. Incredible, $180,000 for charity. Incredible stuff. Here we go. Look at that. Oh, this is good. This is the first time I've ordered sushi from this company. Look at that. That's actually really good. Shit. I don't know why. For me, I thought the bar would be low. I was expecting like crap, like not so good sushi if you order it. I had it delivered to the studio. But that's really... You can tell just by looking at sushi if it's going to be good or not. Like the colour of the sushi, the sort of how it's glistening in the light, the way the rice has been formed. It looks really good. But I don't have any chopsticks, so I'm going to have to do it the old-fashioned way with fingers. Chris, what's this one? Chris, greetings from Germany. Congratulations on rebuilding the studio. You should definitely get yourself some Manuka honey for your throat after all the sake. It's a shame that Japan doesn't put Manuka honey in the sake. That's I could be very happy to have that right about now. But good idea. Chris, I love your work and sense of humour. Thank you for all you do. Best wishes to you and cheers to many years in your awesome studio. Thank you very much. There was a moment of dread after the earthquake when my apartment had stopped rocking and I just survived. My thoughts turned to the studio and I was like, oh my God, is there going to be anything left? I genuinely worry about the building this studio's in sometimes. As I said in the video, it was built in like the 1970s. And the fact, like, it must have shook so violently in here. It must have been horrific. But again, I'm really glad. It would have been a pretty tragic ending to the studio 6 months after opening it, having it leveled. So, Oh, that was good. I made short work of that. I've got to be careful here. I wanna try like 3 or 4 types of sake, but I don't want to drink too much of each one, lest I die on screen in front of a few thousand people, which you should never do. Of course, that's a good thing not to do. I don't know why I'm doing this alone. I should have got like a friend here. Why don't I have any friends? Why is it just me in a room? I should have got Natsuki over to help me with this. I'm gonna have a little bit more of this one. I should have got someone over. I'm gonna regret it when I stumble home or collapse in about an hour's time. What an idiot I am. Kitsune says, Chris, thank you for cheering up my Saturday afternoon. Glad you're doing well and the studio survived the earthquake. Thank you very much, Kitsune. Jason says, Chris, I'm looking to head to Japan soon. I'm hoping to match with you on Tinder so we can make our own wacky weekend love hotel episode. Wink, wink. I don't think I'm on Tinder, Jason, so unfortunately that won't be happening anytime soon. But have a good time in Japan. Bloody hell. Chris, glad to see the studio's back in shape. I really enjoyed the part where you joined the Trash Taste 24-hour stream. I laugh really hard in the you laugh, you lose moments. Seeing the sake, I can see Connor screaming already. Cheers, mate. Connor's a madman. How can he not like sake? The laugh, you lose moment on Trash Taste where we basically strapped ourselves to some chairs and watched loads of ridiculous videos to see. Basically, if you laugh, you have to pay like $100. I was the first one to laugh on the first video of some bizarre German bloody advert. Some weird advert played, and I laughed my head off, and I paid $100. Although actually, I think I won overall, because that was the only time I laughed. And I think a few of the others, like Joey or Connor and Grant, they laughed a few more times than that. So I got out relatively unscathed, thankfully. I was dreading that, though. I did think I was going to go bankrupt playing that game, especially after I laughed at the first bloody video. Chris, glad to see the studio back up. Love the content and your affable personality. Keep doing great things. Thank you very much. I need to I need to roll with the whole affable thing a bit more. I should get some affable merch or something. I'm affable. Really like that one. That's a solid 9 out of 10. Beautiful stuff. Snow Maiden. That's a good one. But of course, you don't have to buy it individually. You can get it in the box when you get a Tipsy box. And also remember, if you're going to drink sake, drink water as well, because you will die if you drink too much sake. Sake is a very deceptive drink. And it will leave you with a nasty hangover if you drink too much without water. So stay hydrated. All right, let's try some sushi. Just to be clear, this is my dinner. And it looks really good. I kind of regret not having any chopsticks. About 1 week ago, this would have been perfect because I had like 500 pairs of chopsticks here on the bar counter, but then they spilled all over the floor during the earthquake and I threw them away. And now I regret doing that. I should have left a few, shouldn't I? What an idiot. Dear oh dear. But yeah, really nice pairing. They say sake goes really well with sushi. It's the perfect combination. Something to do with acid content in sake. Goes with the acidity of the fish. But I'm not a scientist. I'm just here to eat sushi and drink sake. But we do have some good videos coming out on Abroad in Japan in the next couple of weeks. I've got a video with Connor, Wacky Weekend, where him and I went on an epic road trip through the snowiest region of Japan. I shot a video with Natsuki and Charla a few days ago where I spoke Japanese for an entire day, and that video is probably going to end my career just because I did so unspeakably badly. And I was watching back some of the footage and I wanted to cry. It was really bad. I need to really work on my Japanese pronunciation. It's shocking, it really is. Yeah, it was pretty embarrassing. So those videos are coming out soon. Lots to look forward to. Chris, I'm happy to see you're doing well and the set's looking great. Enjoy your sake, big man. Big up from Ireland. Thank you very much. Thanks, man. Chris, after Ken Watanabe, who's next on your interview list? I don't really have an interview list, but I kind of want to interview the Japanese billionaire Yusaku Maezawa, the guy that he basically sold a clothing company called Zozo Town for about $1 billion, and he's a very eccentric individual. I think he has a YouTube channel where he just vlogs himself on his private jet, like you do, which is something I won't be doing anytime soon, unfortunately. But I'd like to. I think it'd be quite interesting to talk to him because he's going to allegedly go around the moon on a SpaceX rocket in about 2 or 3 years' time. I don't know if that's all a PR stunt, but he apparently he's paid like $100 million for it. So. But yeah, I think he'd be really interesting to talk to. Maybe I don't know if I'm setting the bar too high, but when you've interviewed Ken Watanabe, I guess he's for me that was like the ultimate bar. So to go above that, I don't know if there is above that. Can you go above that? Can you go above Ken? Chris, I wanted to send ancient Chinese crab video, but I forgot. Check on YouTube. Ancient Chinese crab video. I will look that up later. I'll make a note. Chris, cheers from a Yorkshireman. When do you think it'll be easier to travel to Japan? Hoping to go this year. Honestly, I think they're going to open up around July or August. I don't know, but it'll probably be around then. if I was a betting man, which I'm not really. All right, tarikimasu. Oh, I've got to do the Japanese like. That's pretty good. It's pretty nice sushi actually. Wasn't bad. Expensive. I'm not going to tell you how much this cost because it made literally no sense how much it cost, but it was very expensive. And it's good. It's pretty good. It's not as good as the sake, but it's good. All right, I'm going to try this sake here. The Kudoki Jozu sake. This is the one from Soroka, I think. Yeah, this is the one from the town right next to where I used to live. And make sure this one's empty. I often say to drink sake out of a wine glass because you get sort of different flavours through just by virtue of the fact you can actually sort of smell the sake before you drink it, right? Because you've got a much wider berth for your nose to go through. Whereas this, you have to literally like stick your nose in the cup because it's so small. Oh wow, that's really good. Bloody hell. Okay. That's as good as my reaction's going to get. Oh bloody hell. Oh gosh. The most British reaction. Why are British people so rubbish at reactions? Or is it just me? I don't know. But that was really good. It's very easy to drink. It's very sweet. Very sweet. Not dry at all. It's almost like drinking flavoured water. And that might sound like a criticism, but honestly it's not. When you drink sake that has a sort of very sweet, easy to drink flavour, it feels like you're drinking the nectar of the gods. And this is really good. In fact, I might even prefer this one to the cloudy sake. Okay, this one. What's going on here? Someone's messaged me. That usually means something's going wrong on the live show. Nope. All right. Chris, thank you for all you've done and the team. You've given me years of entertainment and laughs. Glad the studio's back up. Thank you so much. Thanks very much for the kind words. I'm glad you've stuck around this long. I'm glad you've been sticking around abroad in Japan all these years. You might notice that the microphone just keeps dipping because I don't have very good equipment. Thank you very much. Any funds raised from this live show will go into getting a proper microphone stand. Kristen says, my boyfriend and I adore your work, Chris. The blood, sweat and tears are always evident. God, I hope not. I fucking hope not. So glad that you were able to fix the studio and that you're safe. Tell Natsuki we love him. Thank you very much, Kristen. I'll pass on the message. Natsuki, I did think about inviting Natsuki, but I selfishly wanted to keep all the sake to myself. And now I'm going to put my phone on silent, like I should have done at the start. All right, let's have some more sushi. Man, once you've had like actual good sushi like this, though, from somewhere that's not a conveyor belt sushi place, you really can't go back to conveyor belt sushi. It just tastes like plastic or something. Like you just can't do it. That sounds like really snobby. I can't do that nonsense. I can't do that conveyor belt sushi shit. Honestly, once you've had like good fresh cuts of sushi prepared very well, you just can't go back to it. It just tastes wrong. cheap sushi. I don't know. Bit of a sort of tourist novelty in my book. Oh, that's really good. We have 2 or 3 cuts of sushi here. This one is the fatty tuna, or toro. Really fatty, really often quite expensive as well. This one's chutoro, or akami. This is probably the best one though. This has got the most flavour. This one's the most expensive, but this one, the middleman, this is the best one. Akami. Red, sort of lean meat. Beautiful. Beautiful sweet taste. Goes very well with the sake. Beautiful, beautiful. And again, guys, if you do want to get the sake box, if you do want to get all this, check it out in the description box. Use the code CHRISJAPAN, an original discount code there, but you get 10% off, so check it out. Also, don't forget to pronounce sake correctly. A lot of people, including myself, admittedly years ago, would a lot of people refer to sake as sake, and I think I just did it accidentally, so I hate myself now. But remember, it's sake, not sake. In the same way, my friend, I remember, I used to always say samurai incorrectly. We often say samurai, right? Because it's the way it's spelled, English language, samurai. But that's samurai. So remember that. But don't take too much Japanese advice from me. I'm not the best in the world. But just remember, sake and samurai. And then your time in Japan will be 5 times better if you can say those words correctly. Especially if you encounter a samurai and have some sake. Amy says, Chris, glad to see the studios back up and running. Hope you feel better soon. Love the videos. You tell a good story. Kampai. Thank you very much, Amy. I don't know about that, but I'll take it. I'll take any compliment I can get tonight. Thank you very much. Can you say hello to Premier 2 Pete in his retirement party stream and ask about his future stint in prison? No. But well done, Pete, for retiring. I hope he's doing well. Jason says, Chris, I'm the 7th viewer to arrive at your first video. Bloody hell, really? That was like 200 years ago. Oh, that was back in the days of horse and carriage. I was captivated from the moment you took off your Jesus sandals. Cheers, Chris. Please continue to share your life. Reading affable comments video when? I do need to read some comments soon in a video. But bloody hell, the 7th viewer ever. Is that true, Jason? That's actually quite impressive. You got to the video before my family did. Oh, that was really good. God, the sake is so damn good. I don't know, how many bottles should I drink, guys? Any ideas? How many? Should I have like all of them? I should probably have like a few more. And don't forget, there's still 2 more bottles in the box. Luckily, they're like a nice little bite-sized glass. Like that's not too bad, but still, once you open it, you've got to drink it quick, haven't you? But I'm not doing it now. Glad to see the studio's doing well, Chris. All the best. As a fellow Brit, the highest praise, says No Deep Thought. Thank you very much. Chris, I'm glad you're safe and have reopened the ramen shop, watching from Iowa in the US. Thank you very much, Lily. Hope you're doing well. Hope it's a wonderful day in Iowa today. Isaac says, in your Connor revenge video, after trudging through that amazing-looking abandoned beach and dinner on the beach, did you, Natsuki and Connor, find an actual hotel? Did you make them suffer? Oh yeah, I remember that. We had like a picnic in the car at 2 a.m. and then Connor and I found a hotel and Natsuki went home. That was the wacky weekend with the abandoned theme park. I really enjoyed that episode. Mainly because of Natsuki and Connor. A meeting of minds, that was. Yeah, that was a really good episode. I really enjoyed that. Chris, did you enjoy sake from the beginning? Or was it an acquired taste? Perhaps bad luck of the draw, but every time I've tried it, it's tasted like petrol. Glad to see the studio's back. Flex tape does the job. Fair point, it certainly does. That's a really good question, actually. Connor, who we keep talking about, God forbid, he's always here in spirit. Oh wait, there he is, in the background over there. Connor, whenever I give it, he just doesn't like sake because I think he's had some really bad sake. And you can get bad sake. You can get cheap sake. 1 cup sake, for example. If you want to try a sake that isn't edible, that isn't fun, 1 cup sake is the one to go with. But it's a hard thing to do or to find a good sake. But that's why I recommend this sake box, because so far 2 out of 2, it's been these have both been exceptional. And yeah, I don't know. I'd avoid, if you want to try a good sake, I'd avoid drinking dry sake, maybe. I find dry sake is a little bit more bitter and a little bit harder to drink, right? But yeah, no, honestly, this brand here, oh God, why can't I read that tonight? What drinks are these? What's the job here? What is? Well, like this one here, for example. If you want to drink a good sake, this one, Snow Maiden. That one right there. Drink that, and I promise you, the odds are you'll like it. It's very good. But do your homework online. Try and find something that's sweet, easy to drink, and maybe just try and avoid the dry ones. But yeah, I completely get it. I've had some bad sake in my time, and it certainly can put you off. But for the most part, pick the right one, and you'll see why it's amazing. And the thing about sake is, it's about having it with Japanese food, right? Sake pairs so well with Japanese food, like sushi and fish in particular. While we have like red wine with red meat in the West, they have sake with fish in Japan, and it works so well. They accompany each other perfectly. And now I'm going to have some more sushi, because I haven't eaten much today. Beautiful, beautiful. Chris, at least you have a studio to show when Pete Donaldson gets over here again. Yes, I hope Pete Donaldson come over one day when the world is open. One bit of good news is I actually booked my trip back to the UK finally. For the first time in 2.5 years, I'm going back to the UK, and I can't bloody wait. It's felt like a lifetime. It's felt endless, but yeah, I'm finally going back. Of course, World War III has broken out, and now planes actually going from Japan to Europe have to go over Alaska. So the flight is something like 3 or 4 hours longer. But as annoying as that is, I still wanted to go home. I still needed to go home. And yeah, really looking forward to going home, being reunited with friends and family, seeing Pete Donaldson, eating fish and chips, all of the great things you do in the UK, meet the Queen, have a drink. It's going to be amazing. But yeah, I'm looking forward to just sitting in a pub and just relaxing. I feel, because of like what I do in Japan, with abroad in Japan and whatnot, like I feel like I can't relax a lot of the time when I'm in Japan. So I need to like physically leave the country. And because I haven't done that in 2.5 years, I feel ever so slightly burnt out right now. So yeah, no, I'm really looking forward to it, and it's going to be a lot of fun. Whether we do a meetup or not in the UK remains to be seen, but I might consider it. Chris, great to see you having a good time. What are your plans for the studio in terms of safety? Any way to better protect against earthquakes? Good question. Yes, the answer is this. This is literally the only thing I've done. I've put a lot of these blue stickers. These are double-sided stickers. I put them under like everything in the ramen shop, and they basically just stick everything to this. For example, this cat. This cat, right? Look at this. It's going to smash now. Look at this. It's not going to fall. This is a magnitude 7 earthquake. It's not going to fall because... Bloody hell, it's actually quite well stuck. Because... fuck's sake. The stickers are... Yeah, just that was stupid. But yeah, I've put 2 underneath here. And as we've just seen, they're so well done that they've ripped the bottom of the Echo right off. There you go. But like, these are the things you put in, and that should stop everything from falling off the bar. Fingers crossed. We'll find out when it happens again next year. God forbid. Chris, so glad to see the shop back up and running. I've been enjoying your stuff for years. Over the holidays, I showed you to my mum. Very good. And she watches you all the time now. She's had a rough week. Can you say hi to her? Her name is Judy. Hello, Judy. Hope you have a good week. Have a good week. Remember, things usually get better. They always get better what doesn't kill you makes you stronger. Certainly happened with the studio, but I'm not one to give good advice. I just hope you have a better week and drink some sake. That'll cheer you up. But all the best, Judy. Thank you very much. Hope that helped. I'm shit at pep talks. Let's not sugarcoat it. Chris, your channel is unique in the breadth of its content, collaborations, from Natsuki and Ryotaro to Ken Watanabe. I mean, one of those is not like the others, but your studio was unique when previewed and has recovered. Yeah. The studio's back on good form. I'm a Neki Neko. This is the lucky cat here. The old one's over my shoulder. Things are looking good. Things are looking up. All right, let's have some otori. Otoro. Can't pronounce tonight. Perfect. A few dabs of soy sauce on the top of the sushi and you're good to go. Quite oily though. Very oily. I do feel a bit bad having all this sake to myself. I should have brought a friend here. It's times like this, I wish I had friends. I wish Ken Watanabe could have come over and we could have drunk all this together. Chris, I love seeing you live. Here's for a new Maneki Neko for the shop. Love from Iowa. Why is everyone from Iowa today? Why is everyone in Iowa so nice? Thank you very much. Thanks very much, Steve. Thanks very much from Iowa. 16-hour flight for a Greg's sausage roll, Chris. I would do it, says No Deep Thought. I would do it too. And that's probably going to be the first thing I do when I step off the plane at Heathrow Airport. Going to eat some bloody Greg's sausage rolls. Like any good self-respected British person would do. It's always really weird when you get off the plane at like Heathrow Airport and you just walk out and then you just smell sausage rolls and you see all the British stuff. I'm going to get like really bad reverse culture shock this time because it's been 2.5 years since we're back to the UK, right? There's going to be some serious reverse culture shock going down. But I'm up for it. It's going to be fun. I love it. Gonna walk in, have someone be really rude to me, crap customer service. It's gonna be magical. Chris, I'm in Oklahoma. I'm from Texas though. Very good, very good. I don't know anything about Oklahoma other than tornadoes. Lots of tornadoes. Right, okay. We've had 2 bottles. Let's try a third. Let's do it. Thank you once again to Tipsy for sponsoring this video. I don't do sponsored videos often, but I'm glad I said yes to this one already. This is a really good box. I've had some amazing sake so far. Check it out in the description box. What's the code? Chris Japan, 10% off. Do that and you get 10% off. Really good though. Like, sake is really hard to come by. Or good sake is hard to come by outside of Japan. They keep the best stuff to themselves here in Japan. Smart move, smart move. So, Tipsy Sake, try it and you'll actually get the good stuff, as I'm enjoying now. And where's this one from? What do we got here? Oh, Junmai Ginjo. This is a really high quality one. And it is from Niigata Prefecture, from Yuzawa, very snowy region. Actually, I just got back from a trip with Sea Dog VA. We went there, we drank the sake, but we also did a good video there. And that's coming out in about, I think, 2 weeks' time. So keep an eye out. Very snowy. Yuzawa is not just perhaps the snowiest place in Japan, but the snowiest place on the planet. And, yeah, absolutely ludicrous amounts of snow. Good skiing, though. Good skiing. I love the red bottle as well. It's kind of deceptive because you think like you kind of think like, oh, is the liquid going to be red? And then it's not, obviously, thank God. But yeah, really nice bottle, really nice branding. All of these bottles are really well branded as well. This one's got kind of contemporary look to it. This one has a sense of esteem. This is like, you know, something that the emperor would drink. Don't quote me on that. This one's got a nice sort of summery look to it. Beautiful. All right. Ooh. Floral undertones. I like that. I'm not very good at reviewing sake. I didn't come here to review sake. I just came to tell you it's good. But honestly, that's really good. What is sake? Cool. Ambu Elite says, Chris, never experienced an earthquake before, living in Green Bay, Wisconsin, all my life. But after seeing the aftermath, I want to help out. Honestly, guys, don't feel like you have to help me out. Like, the studio is back to its original form now. I'm incredibly grateful for any support. Any money that we make in this video will be piled into new videos and a new season of Journey Across Japan that actually starts filming in about 3 weeks' time. So yeah, thank you so much today. But don't feel like you have to do it. Honestly, though of course I'm incredibly grateful. Chris, good morning from Kansas, Missouri. Have you played Ghost of Tsushima? I think it would be awesome if you did a video visiting the island and exploring its history. I looked at going to Ghost. I looked at going to Tsushima once. I didn't look at going to the Ghost of Tsushima. I looked at going there once, and there's not a whole lot on the island. No disrespect to the people of Tsushima. There's not a whole lot there, and so I didn't go. Would like to play the video game, though, because it looks bloody awesome. I love the Akira Kurosawa samurai mode. That looks really epic. And going back to the last comment about experiencing earthquakes, earthquakes are one of those things that it's really hard to sort of understand unless you've been through one. There's something incredibly bizarre about everything around you just suddenly shaking, right? And what happens first is you usually hear a sort of a faint rumbling, this sort of ominous rumbling noise. And then all of a sudden, it sounds sort of like that. It gets sort of gradually worse and worse. What made the earthquake last week so horrific was there was no sort of build-up to it. There was 2 earthquakes. The first one, it was a bit of a jolt. And I remember I sort of hopped out my seat. I went, bloody hell, what was that? As if someone had just jabbed me from behind. And I sort of stood up and I was like, oh, that was unpleasant. And then about 30 seconds later, the whole apartment building that I was in just shot up what felt like half a foot. It went like that. And those are the really bad earthquakes, right? Not when the building's supposed to shake like this from side to side. The fact it went like that, bang, is really scary because I've read that buildings aren't designed to handle those sort of earthquakes or that sort of movement. So it was really bad, and then everything just went to shit, and it was really unpleasant. But yeah, really hard to explain what an earthquake's like unless you've been through one. And we can be very lucky in the UK, very grateful that we don't have to deal with it. And of course, most of Europe and most of America, except California. Hey, and I'm sure most of you guys there know full well what that feels like. Chris, much love from Utah. The first thing I noticed returning from the US, from Japan, was sassy customer service, and I couldn't feel happier. What I will say about customer service in the UK is it's a bit more personalised. You actually feel like you can have a conversation with British customer service, whereas in Japan it's very formal. It's almost a little bit robotic because people sort of use these fixed phrases and whatnot. But if I had to choose, I would say I prefer Japan's customer service just because it's reliable. You know what you're going to get. Chris, glad to see you back. Quick question. If you could redo Natsuki the movie with all your current resources, skills and knowledge, how would it be different? Or would you rather keep it the way it is? That's a good question. I think I would... the problem with Natsuki the movie is the opening, the first third of it and the last third of it are actually quite good. I'm kind of weirdly proud of the first third and the last third of Natsuki the movie, where it's all set in Japan. The bit where it goes downhill is the middle bit, when we go to the UK and to France, because it was just so random and ridiculous. And the key to making a video or a documentary is having a clear narrative arc, like a story. And there wasn't one in the middle. It's just Natsuki fucking going to... we went to go and lay flowers at the grave of Sid Vicious from the Sex Pistols, at a graveyard in London, a very famous graveyard. And we couldn't find it because it's not there. So that was a great start. And then we stumbled across the grave of Karl Marx, and Natsuki was like, oh, look, it's Karl Marx. I'll put the flowers there instead. And then loads of people interpreted that Natsuki was somehow endorsing socialism or communism, and he got loads of got loads of hate for that in the comments, as if it was some sort of carefully planned political gesture when it was just a random bizarre series of events. But maybe that's what made Natsuki the movie so interesting. It was just so fucking ridiculous. But I would have preferred a bit more structure. So I think that's the only thing I would have changed. But I went back and rewatched it recently, and it was pretty funny, and it was a lot of fun to rewatch. A big learning experience, and I'm glad Natsuki didn't break his fucking neck in the wind tunnel. Chris, greetings from Oklahoma. Do you know if it's possible to become an assistant language teacher with government programs? Yes, the JET program, which is what I did when I came here, the Japan Exchange Teaching Program. That's the best way to do it. Chris, do you like the Foo Fighters? Were you surprised about Taylor Hawkins? It was a real tragedy what happened to Taylor Hawkins. Kind of real shock and surprise. But I do like the Foo Fighters, and really kind of shocked and sad. Thoughts are with Taylor Hawkins' family. Died so young, age 50. Tragic, honestly. Poor old Taylor Hawkins. A donation towards a sausage roll, a Scotch egg and a pork pie when you get back to the UK. One day. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. I've forgotten what a Scotch egg tastes like, and I'd love to introduce them to Japan. I think it would blow the minds of Japanese people having a Scotch egg. Chris, I was 12 when I came across your videos, and now I'm bloody hell. You've just made me feel so old. Now I feel really old and sad, but also quite thankful that you've been watching this long. Chris, I'm now 22 years old. Imagine how your life has shaped the lives of others. A beacon of light in my life. It's correct to say you partly raised me, says Jason. Well, I'm not paying child support, Jason, for you. I'm glad. I don't know how to feel about that. Yes, now I feel very old. But thank you for sticking around this long. 10 years is a long time. I can't believe it's the 10-year anniversary of Abroad in Japan this year. I don't know what you could have possibly learned of value from Abroad in Japan over the course of 10 years. But thank you so much, Jason, and I hope you're doing well. Thanks to you for sticking around. 12 years old. Jesus Christ, have I been doing it this long? Oh, man. Gonna have a mental breakdown. Gonna have like an existential crisis whilst drinking this delicious sake, available from Tipsy Sake in the description box below. 10 years. Has it really been that long? Good God. Now you're going to witness me slowly but surely get drunk and get depressed that I'm 32 years old next month. Good God. 32 years old. Oh. But the sushi's very good. Now I'm happy. Chris, I'm glad to see the studio is up and running. Nice rosy cheeks, says Kate. Thank you, Kate. I mean, I don't know if it's my face that's just awful, or if it's the camera. This camera, I look great. A model, dare I say. This camera, I don't know what's going on. It's the white balance. It's definitely the white balance. This is what I look like. Not like that. Yeah. Nice face, rosy crap face. Yeah. My apologies, Chris. I meant without government programs. Oh. There's all sorts of ways. Interac is good. There's some Ikaiwas. If you live in Tokyo, there's all sorts of opportunities to teach English. Don't worry about it. Chris, after the Trash Taste 24-hour charity stream, do you ever think you'll do a Laugh You Lose challenge again? Says Daddy Panda. No. Well, actually, no. It was a lot of fun. I'm amazed I didn't laugh more than I did. I was so worried when they were like, when Joey the anime man was like, "Oh yeah, mate, we're gonna do a Laugh You Lose challenge. It's gonna be a lot of fun, and you're gonna lose all your money." And I was like, "Ah, shit!" I thought I was gonna like lose like $4,000 or something laughing and go bankrupt. But like, only laughed once, only lost $100, and at least it went to charity, so it's all for a good cause. It was all for a good cause. for the years of entertainment. Soon you'll have nothing left to talk about in Japan, Chris. What's the next country? Says Will. What is the next country, Will? You know what? I would love... I don't know. I've booked a trip to Spain in June. As I said earlier, I'm going back to the UK in May for the first time in 2.5 years. And I'm going to have some of this one. I love this. It's my favourite one. Of the 3 sakes I've had so far, this is the best, in my opinion. Cloudy sake. Beautiful, creamy, cloudy flavour. Milky sort of texture. Yeah, no, I've booked to go to Spain. And I'm really looking forward to going there. I haven't been in like 12 or 13 years. Whenever, like, since the fall of the Berlin Wall, I haven't been back to Spain. So I'm really looking forward to it. A beautiful country. I'm not saying I'm going to do abroad in Spain, but that'd be kind of fun. Either there or Taiwan. Taiwan would be a lot of fun. Chris, Dustin Meyer says, Chris, greetings from Austin, Texas. Before you start seeing double, I'm glad you're safe and back in command. Today's my birthday, and this is my gift to you. Thank you very much, Dustin. Don't give me a gift on your birthday. Enjoy your birthday and gift it to yourself. Like, go and do something nice, like eat a steak or... What else is there to do on your birthday in Austin, Texas? Go and watch a rodeo. Am I making a stereotype about Texas? I don't know. But thank you so much, Dustin. Have a fucking good birthday, my friend. And yeah, get some sake. Treat yourself. Have a good one. What a legend. Chris, 32 years old, and you haven't peaked yet. There's still so much your audience is looking forward to seeing from you. Long live abroad in Japan. Yeah, I mean, 10 years... I've been doing this 10 years, but there's still lots of things to do in Japan. I've still got lots of like places I want to go. The next series of Journey Across Japan coming out in about a month or so, which starts filming in 2 weeks, is a place that I've wanted to go and explore, that I've never explored before properly, and I'm really looking forward to that. So yeah, there's still places to explore. Lots of stuff to be done in Japan. So yeah, don't worry, I'm not going anywhere just yet. Chris, greetings from Nebraska. Oh, Nebraska. I know that one. Nebraska. What's in Nebraska? Omaha, right? Yeah. Look at my American knowledge go. How is the arcade culture doing in Japan? I'd love to see how things have changed from COVID after the Sega arcade closed. Yeah, I mean, the future of Japanese arcades isn't looking so good, unfortunately. The popularity has been going down, and a lot of them have been shutting. I think people have been playing too much bloody Candy Crush and have forgotten the thrills of playing arcade games and whatnot. But no, luckily, like that many, like they're still open. It's all okay for now. But I do think in 10 years we're going to see like 20-30% of the arcades that currently exist shut and closed down. Yeah, a little bit bleak future, unfortunately, for arcades. But if you come in the next 10 years, it'll be fine. You probably won't notice any difference. Chris, I'm going to be 30 years old in June. I have many complicated feelings about it. What were your feelings when you turned 30? Did you do anything special when you became 30 years old? Well, my 30th birthday, I was really scared about turning 30 years old because a lot of my friends in Japan in my first 10 years here, or my only 10 years here, they were always a lot older than me. Like Natsuki or Ryotaro, my friend Yuki, like a lot of my friends are all sort of 10 to 12 years older than me. So I was in my 20s and they were all like in their late 30s or 40s, and I felt really young and it was brilliant. And then I hit 30 and I felt really petrified and scared. And, you know, I'd always hoped my 30th birthday would be surrounded by friends and family, probably do something in the UK, go to a pub, go to McDonald's. I don't know. Don't know what I would have done. But what I did do for my 30th birthday, because of COVID, and because the whole world was broken, particularly in April 2020 when it all went down, I did a live stream, sitting in my apartment, complaining and drinking. And it was surprisingly fun. You know, a lot of you guys might even remember it. A lot of you guys might have been there. It was not what I envisioned my 30th birthday would be like. Just slowly but surely getting drunk in a room, alone, like I am now. What's changed in the last 2 years? Not a lot. It wasn't what I thought my 30th birthday would look like. But there's no doubt turning 30 is a little bit scary. Getting another digit's not fun, but so far it's been good. And even though I turn 32 next month, nothing changes. I'll start worrying when I get to 36. But I don't plan to have kids, so I don't worry about my age as much anymore. It's not something I worry about. Erica says, aloha from Hawaii, Chris. Have you ever been interested in visiting other Asian countries since you lived in Japan? I mean, I've been to Taiwan, South Korea, China, Hong Kong. Technically the same country. Let's not get political. But, I've travelled East Asia extensively. And I have to say, Seoul and Taipei, incredible cities. Hong Kong was pretty awesome. Even Beijing was pretty good. There was lots of pitfalls in Beijing that I recall. But I really love Taipei and Seoul. They're the two standout cities for other countries outside of Japan in East Asia. And I'd love to do some videos. I'd love to do some videos in Taiwan in particular. Taipei was a very amazing city. The fusion of China and almost Japanese culture. It felt like a lot of great cultures combined, and would love to go back. Easily one of my favourite cities in Asia, if not my favourite. Chris, I'm currently in Sendai. I sent you an email asking what to do, and then remembered you've got a video of 24 hours in Sendai. Thank you for the video recommendations, and here's for the repair fees for the room. Thank you very much. Juicebox. There's a good video on Sendai. A good video on Sendai abroad in Japan. Check it out. And thank you, Jessica, for the kind words there. Sendai. People often ask me, what is there in Sendai? And the answer is, not a lot. Great place to live, but not much for attractions. And if you come to Sendai, if you come to Japan, I wouldn't really recommend coming to Sendai, to be honest. Even though I probably shouldn't be saying that, but it's the truth. I want to do you a favour. I love Sendai. It's a fantastic city, but there's better cities to explore on a holiday. Perfect city to live in, but to visit as a tourist, what is there? There's the 6th tallest Buddha statue in the world. We've got cow tongue, gyutan. Yeah, that's pretty good. And then there's a jumping off point to things like Matsushima Bay and Yamadera Temple. But there's better places to visit. I wouldn't necessarily bother coming here. Ryotaro is going to kill me now when he hears that. But it's true, unfortunately. Good evening, Chris from Misawa in Aomori. I'm heading to Osaka next week on holiday. I don't know why I thought Monday. I used your 24 hours in Osaka video to get some ideas. Here's a little video. Here's a little something for all the damage to the studio. Thank you very much, mate. All the best, Joe. Thank you very much, Joe. Very kind of you, my friend. Osaka. I love Osaka. Best place for a night out in Japan. You might recall, if you've seen the video in Osaka, which we did on Journey Across Japan, Pete Donaldson and I, we spent, I think, 2 days there and one night. One of my favourite days of the entire trip. We went to a really amazing video game bar, which are dying out, unfortunately. Companies like Nintendo, as brilliant as they are, they put a lot of pressure on folks that have video game bars, basically. There's a lot of legal ramifications, so they're all going extinct. But we went to a really good one in Osaka, and I wasn't allowed to put it in the description box because I made a deal with them that I could film but not put it in the description box, because if I did, it could lead to them getting buggered by authorities. So I can't tell you where it is, but Google it and you might find it. Wink, wink. But Osaka, best place for a night out in Japan, for my money. Chris, thank you for making college work enjoyable. That's what I strive to do. That's what I want to do. I want all college work to be fun. Chris, greetings from Cork, watching the stream in the background while working, says Sasha. Thank you very much, Sasha. Hope you're doing well. Now back to work. I'm still finishing off the sushi. It's really good though. Beautiful, beautiful.
Good sushi. Almost sort of melts in your mouth. A bit like Wagyu almost. One piece left. The final. Otoro. Fatty tuna. Beautiful stuff. Chris, I enjoyed your interview with Iron Mouse. An interesting change. As for not having kids, you don't need them. You've got Sea Dog VA, says Terry. I don't know how I feel about that. Connor, my son Connor. He I'm not enough about Connor. I'm not going to rant about Connor. He's a good lad. Chris, I always wanted to go to Japan, but since I have anxiety, just the thought of even a mild earthquake feels like it could ruin me. Any advice? Continue the great work. Thanks. I mean, it's a fair point, but don't let it get in your way. Like, if you come here for 2 weeks, the odds of experiencing an earthquake are actually pretty low, on a holiday. And certain places in Japan are much more prone to earthquakes than others. For example, Sendai, we have quite a lot. We're near and the epicenter of usually some sort of earthquake going on. Whereas Tokyo experiences earthquakes, but not to the same degree as Sendai. But don't worry about it. If you get anxious about things, the key is to use a strategy of regret minimization. Just sort of tell yourself, if I don't do that, I'll regret it. If you don't come here because you're slightly worried about an earthquake, you're going to massively regret that one day. You're going to be lying on your deathbed. Then you're going to go, fuck, I didn't go to Japan because I was scared of the ground shaking for 3 seconds. God damn it. Like, just get around it with regret minimization. that's the way to do it. But no, don't let it get in your way, honestly. You'll be fine. You'll be good. You can take a video of the earthquake, put it on Instagram. It'll be amazing. Andre says, greetings from Dublin, Ireland. I'm looking as affable as ever, Chris. Why, thank you very much. Do I look affable? I look like a fucking red-faced Father Christmas. Awful. I might just stick to this camera from now on because it's actually flattering. Chris, you should definitely visit Ireland for a bit while you're back in Europe. I'm looking forward to what's to come. I might well go to Ireland. I have a good few friends there in both Dublin and in Northern Ireland. And oh my goodness, it's the Anime Man. Is it actually the Anime Man? Is it actually Joey? Here's some money to repair your studio and to create a mini statue of me to put in the studio to commemorate this wondrous donation. Well, fuck a deedle do. It's Joey the Anime Man. Good God, he's done something nice. I can't believe it. I'm almost in a state of shock. This is like more shocking than the day the earthquake struck. Joey's done something nice. Oh, but wait, is it nice? Is it truly altruistic? Or is it because he just wants a statue of himself? To be fair, Joey, there's more photos of you in the studio than I think there are of me. Like, there's so many photos of you in here, whether it's Dr. Jelly, whether it's Too Much Volcano, or the poster for Journey Across Japan 3. You're everywhere. So, no, there won't be any statues. I'm going to spend the money that you've just given me to probably buy you fucking lunch on Journey Across Japan next week. But thank you very much. It's the thought that counts, isn't it? Chris, greetings from Hong Kong. When will you try to eat every kind of ox tongue you can find with Connor? As ox tongue is so famous in Sendai. Every kind of ox tongue. I mean, isn't there only just one ox tongue? Every kind. Well, I mean, to be fair, like gyutan doesn't taste as bad as you think. It's just like eating a very lean piece of beef. Like it's nothing unpleasant or scary. So it wouldn't be that fun to watch people eat it, unfortunately. It'd just be too pleasant. Great to see the studio, Chris. Have you considered visiting Australia? Says Sarah. No, I haven't. Let me elaborate on that, because all my friends are Australian, and I love the people of Australia dearly. But there's spiders in Australia, and snakes, and death, and kangaroos, and everything. No, I don't want to do it. I saw a horrible video of a massive spider, a huntsman spider, in a car with three girls. They were driving down like a highway, and then it's just there on the ceiling of the car. the biggest spider in the universe. It put the fear of God into me, and I decided there and then I'm never setting foot in Australia. So no, even though all my friends are there and they tell me to go every day. Samuel says, love the videos, mate. Thank you very much, Samuel. Cheers. Once again, guys, amazing sake that I've had today so far. I keep holding up this book, but I didn't come here to read a book to you. But what I will say is if you do get a Tipsy Sake book, it actually explains everything to you really well. The location of the sake. What is Tokyo known for? Rich and full-bodied sake. What about Kyoto? Soft and sweet. Wonderful, wonderful. I'm really impressed with the box so far. I can see why all of my YouTube friends recommended it to me. Check out Tipsy Sake in the description box. If you want to try some of the sake that I've had tonight, check it out in the description box. Use Chris Japan for 10% off. Do it. It's going to be great. But only if you like sake or you want to try sake. Because it is fantastic. I mean, we can get sake in the UK, but it's a little bit tricky to come by. At least the good stuff, you know. I've got to be careful now, because I can feel the sake hitting me a little bit. And I don't have anybody to carry me home. So I will be very careful. I will probably not drink anymore after this one. Good God. Chris, what was the trickiest thing to repair? I'm glad the studio's back up and running. P.S. I left you a little painting to help redecorate on Twitter. Oh, I'll have to check that out. What was the trickiest thing to repair in the studio? What was the trickiest thing to repair? Honestly, it was probably just tidying, like probably just excavating the sheer amount of broken glass and water off the floor. I've actually had to change this. I've had to make like a permanent change to the studio now. Originally, people could come in here and they could walk around the studio in their socks. But now, because the floor, and if you've seen any videos of the Abroad Japan studio, you'll know the floor is sort of shiny. It's designed to be like a street that's been rained on, like Blade Runner, right? But that doesn't work very well when there's smashed glass all over it. And even though I've swept the floor and I've mopped it, there's still like fragments of glass hidden around on the floor. So everyone coming here now will have to wear slippers forever. And that's a permanent change I've had to do to the studio. So that's probably the most annoying thing and the trickiest thing to kind of repair. Getting all the broken glass fragments off the ground and mopping up all the water. Like there was a small lake. When I came in here the day after the earthquake, right behind me here, there was like a small lake of water. And it took Natsuki and I a solid sort of 3 hours to clean up using lots of sponges, lots of sponges, towels, and despair. But we did it. We pulled it off eventually, and it's looking good now. Though things are back to normal. Honestly, if you walked in here now, you wouldn't know that an earthquake had happened. And for me, that's like what I wanted. Although you might have noticed a lot of dishes and things, a lot of crockery is gone. This used to be so much more built up, like a small town, like a city, and now it's all a lot emptier. Although in many ways, it's all the better for it, because it was getting a bit out of hand. So God did me a favour. He tidied up my bar. Stephen says, have a drink on me. Thank you very much, Stephen. Very kind. Justin says, Chris, thank you for the years of great entertainment. Hope this helps you get things back in order. Thank you so much, Justin. Very kind of you. Again, guys, don't feel like you have to give me any money or do the super chat thing. As amazing as it is, honestly, I don't deserve it. But any money we raise tonight will be pumped into the next season of Journey Across Japan, and probably the final season of Journey Across Japan, just because after we do the next season in 2 weeks' time, I think we've officially run out of locations to explore. And it's going to be a good one. Incredibly, it's the first time ever that Natsuki and Ryotaro are going to appear on screen in an Abroad Japan video. So you've got that to look forward to. And of course, Joey's back. And we've also got my good friend Jackie, who we haven't seen in about 2 years, since I nearly killed her with the worst hot sauce in, what was it? The Hot Ones hot sauce from First We Feast, I think. I nearly killed her and Natsuki. It's pretty awkward. But she's going to be joining as well. So it's going to be an amazing season of Journey Across Japan. An incredible final season. So any money we make tonight will be pumped into that series. So thank you so much. Jason says, Chris, here's $20 just to outdo the anime man. Thank you very much, Jason. Joey's been beat. Ha ha. No statues for Joey. Samuel says, Chris, greetings from Perth. I've told my mates about Strong Zero, and now they want to see how many cans they can drink. Jesus Christ. It's a dangerous thing. Have I just made a terrible decision? Yes. Be careful how much Strong Zero you drink. It is, simply put, the world's most dangerous drink. It will give you hangover, like the worst hangover you'll ever experience. I'd drink that in moderation. Glad you're celebrating your new studio being fixed. Thank you very much, Samuel. And be careful with Strong Zero. It's dangerous stuff. But it tastes quite good, though. Not as good as this sake, but it's good. Chris, greetings from Seattle. I hope this helps with the repairs. Your videos have brought me a lot of joy and inspiration for visiting Japan. What sake would you recommend? Well, of all the... I think I've had 3 varieties tonight. Or have I had 4? I've had 3. And I don't know if I'm going to have 4. I don't want to die. I don't want to get completely destroyed. That wouldn't set a good example. And I'm all about setting a good example, as we all know. But like, this is probably the best one. This is the best one, in my opinion, that I've had tonight. And actually one of the best I've probably had in Japan. It's so good. It's not in focus. Here we go. Tozai Snow Maiden. Look that up. It is... Junmai Nigori Sake. Nigori Sake is cloudy sake. They have the rice grains in. It means it's not clear like traditional sake, but it's got a sort of nice milky texture to it, almost like a cocktail, like a pina colada. That's my favourite. If you get to buy one, choose this one. But do check out Tipsy Sake in the description box. Use the discount code ChrisJapan, 10% off. It's amazing. I know you won't regret it, honestly. Really impressed so far. Chris, me and the lads are going to Newcastle for drinks. Very good. And going to Newcastle for drinks and terrible customer service. The first round is on me. Glad to see you're back to business as usual. Thank you very much, Jay. Have a good night out in Newcastle. I don't think I've been to Newcastle ever. No, I haven't. Love to go. It's Pete Donaldson's neck of the woods, so it must be good. Chris, I'm pitching in for Joey's statue, says Mick. We're not getting a Joey statue. There's going to be no statues of Joey ever. I'm sorry, Joey. You might have spent 1,000 yen or whatever it was, but it's not going on a statue of you, for God's sake. Chris, I appreciate all the sweat, tears, and tears you pour into the videos. Cheers. Enjoy some American Pacific Northwest IPA beers when you can. Thank you very much, Nate. It's very kind of you. I won't mix IPA with sake. Don't do that. It never ends well. Always don't do that. Always don't do that. Yeah. But do love a good IPA. Chris, have fun, stay safe, says Samantha. Well, thank you, Samantha. We're doing good so far. No earthquakes tonight. I'm kind of happy about that. Yesterday I was sitting at my desk and there was an aftershock and the building was like swaying quite a bit. And if I'd been in here, the shaking would have been a lot worse, just because it's an older building. It would be interesting to... Is it wrong? Is it, like, evil? Is it cynical of me to kind of want an aftershock, a small earthquake to happen during the live show? Just so you can see what it looks like and see what it's like. I don't want to welcome that, though. I don't want to wish that to happen, because... No, my luck, it'll be a really bad one. And I'll have to spend the next week cleaning up the studio again. Victor says, cheers from California. Cheers, Victor. Thank you very much. Chris, glad to see the studios back in action. The earthquake looked genuinely terrifying. I hope you're doing okay. Yeah, I mean, I kind of... part of me regrets not filming the earthquake. I had my camera, and I was thinking when the earthquake was happening, I should film it. I should film my death. I should film my death in 4K, 60 FPS. But instead, I held up my camera shelf with all my camera lenses on. If you're wondering what I was doing during the worst earthquake in 10 years, that was it. I was holding my camera shelf. And no, probably a good idea. Just heard a really weird noise that put the fear of God into me. What was that? Don't know. Yeah. probably the earthquake I didn't want to happen. Chris, glad to see you're okay. About the broken maneki neko, why don't you fix it with kintsugi art? Might be a relaxing activity. There it is again. What's that noise? The fuck? You won't be able to hear it on the microphone. There's some sort of weird noise. Must be rain or wind. I don't know. I mean, I thought about it. You can see the maneki neko that got smashed. There. And I thought about fixing it with kintsugi, but I first of all, I don't know how you do it. I'd have to find like someone to do it, or buy a kit to do it myself. I'm not a very hands-on, crafty person. I'd probably kill something or someone if I attempted to do it. So yeah, don't think I'm going to do that. And also, like, I kind of like the fact that it's just there on the shelf. It almost looks fine from here. It looks weirdly normal, even though it's smashed to pieces. But I kind of want it there as a reminder of the earthquake. So when people come, they can see some element, some sort of remnants of what happened during the earthquake, like a reminder of the event. Chris, I just purchased a 3-month subscription to Tipsy Sake. Can't wait to have a tasting session with friends. Did you? Wow, that's awesome. Thanks, Anna. Did you go back to read the super chats you missed after a stream? I do. And if you do a super chat and I miss it, please do harass me on Twitter or Facebook or anything so I can get back to you, because I feel bad whenever I miss one. It's not entirely my fault. The way YouTube does super chats is a little bit dodgy. They just disappear. And it's kind of annoying, and it's not clever. So yeah, sorry about that. But thank you, Anna, for buying the 3-month subscription. You won't regret it. Trust me, good stuff. And don't be like me. Don't drink alone. Drink with friends. Unfortunately, I have no friends. If I did, I don't know how I'm gonna end that sentence. I don't have any friends. That's it. Of course, it's a bit ironic to wear slippers in a Japanese apartment, but safety first. Absolutely. Yeah, no, it's a shame that we're going to have to wear slippers in here now. I've just spent a small fortune on like 10 pairs of slippers. So when I have lots of friends over, they can come here, wear the slippers, and not get their feet chopped to pieces. Like I did. When I was tidying up, I very stupidly didn't wear shoes, and I got a nasty piece of glass in my foot. And that was the point I realised I don't think I'll be able to wear just socks in here ever again. Sad times. That's the only thing. It's the only way you would know there's an earthquake that happened here. You'll have to wear slippers now. I must say, I really love this maneki neko though. The size of it, the scale of it. It really adds a cool dimension to the studio. I love it a lot. I'm going to move the camera this way a little bit. There we go. Awesome. Chris, greetings from Hong Kong. Glad to see you back. Who do you want to interview after Ken Watanabe? Well, as I said earlier, Yusuke Maezawa, the billionaire dude who's going around the moon. I'd like to interview him. Maybe Tatsuro Yamashita, one of my favourite Japanese artists, who was like really prominent in the city pop era of the 70s and 80s. I'd like to chat with him. I think he speaks English as well. That would be cool. But, I don't really enjoy interviewing people that much because it comes across as... I don't know. When I interviewed Ken, when I interviewed Ken, it's like I'm chatting about my friend. When I interviewed Ken Watanabe, there was still like a very formal element there. I was really kind of scared that I would piss him off or something would go wrong. The only thing I really cared about, and to be fair, my biggest criticism of the Ken Watanabe documentary that came out about 3 weeks ago now, my criticism is maybe I was too cautious. I didn't ask any big questions. I didn't ask any deep questions, perhaps. But my only thing I cared about during that documentary was just making sure it went well and making sure that the documentary just got up on the YouTube channel, because we had lots of issues, as I mentioned, like we had lots of copyright problems, and because of Japan's copyright laws, you can't use footage or photos from films without getting their permission first, which caused a litany of nightmares during the production process. It's all melted away now. Whenever you do like a project and you have all these hardships and all the hard stuff, you instantly forget about it pretty quickly once the finished piece is upright. You forget about it. And I've already forgotten about all the hell that I went through to get the Ken Watanabe documentary up. But there was a lot of hell involved. But it was totally worth it, and I'm really glad it happened. And I'm still shocked that I got to spend a week with Ken Watanabe. Like, I saw the trailer for Tokyo Vice the other day. That's coming out on HBO Max. It's got Ken Watanabe and Ansel Elgort in it, and it's about sort of a crime drama in Japan. And I remember watching it, and I was just thinking, oh shit, yeah. I spent a week with Ken Watanabe. He's the guy in the trailer. I've met him. And loads of comments on the trailer were actually like, "Oh wow, yeah, I saw Ken in the documentary on abroad in Japan, and now he's doing this." Blah. It was kind of cool. It was really cool. It sort of sunk in like how amazing it was that I got to spend a week with Ken Watanabe. So yeah, really cool. If you haven't seen it, go and check it out. Really, actually, kind of proud of that documentary when all is said and done. Oh man, this is good sake. Chris, my heart dropped when I saw the damage. I hope everybody there is recovering well. Have some Wagyu and a drink on me. Thank you very much, Sterling. Very kind of you. I will absolutely have a drink on you. But no, I mean, thank you again so much for all the concern about the studio, guys. It's really good that we're back on our feet. Like, the biggest concern I had was the water damage and the lights not coming on. About 3 days ago, after all the water had dried, there was a heart-stopping moment where I flicked the switch, and all of the lights you see around me here, they're all connected to one switch, and I just pictured hitting the switch and nothing happening. And if that had happened, I would have been really. I probably would have cried. I would have been gutted because that would have required a lot of hard work to fix. But it all came on. Everything's good, and now I've hit the wrong button. But no, everything's good, and the lights came on, and we're all back to normal. So honestly, I'm bloody happy, and I'm incredibly grateful for all the kind words and support. And I've drunk too much sake, as you can probably tell. But thank you very much, Sterling. Very kind. Chris, greetings from the mountains of Austria. I'm drinking pear schnapps in celebration of your grand reopening. Oh, thank you very much, Max. It's very kind of you. And I do need to do a lot more videos in the studio going forward. I've got a lot of ideas and a lot of things I want to shoot. I'm still in a state of shock that I've even got a studio. Like, I don't think. I haven't done a good job expressing that, but like most of Abroad in Japan videos have been shot in my bedroom in a pile of socks next to a crappy bookshelf. The fact I've got like a fucking district of Japan, a district of Tokyo, in an apartment, it still blows my mind. I don't know how I've done this. I don't know how this is possible. Am I dreaming? Is it Inception? I don't know, but it's crazy. But I'm grateful, and it is awesome, honestly. Let's put that on. You can't see it; it's out of shot. There you go. I put this on. I put the stove on. There's like some weird light in here. I for the life of me, I don't know what it is. Look at this. Don't know what it is. I mean, what is that supposed to be exactly? It's not like an electricity box. Why would it? I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is, but I like it. I like it a lot. But not as much as this sake. Available now on tipsysake.com. Use the discount code ChrisJapan, 10% off. Yes. Chris, the studio will survive and thrive, says Andrew. Make Charla clean it up. To be fair, both Charlotte and Natsuki did a great job helping me clean up the other day. After we shot the little video, they were really helpful, and I have to thank them massively for helping me get through it. Natsuki bought loads of towels to mop up the floor. Charlotte did something of value, I'm sure, to help tidy up. It was a team effort. And I was very lucky to have them sort of both chip in and help out. Chris, I didn't feel the earthquake in Okinawa. Here's something to help you out. Thank you very much, Austin. I do. From what I understand, there are quite a few earthquakes in Okinawa at the moment. I hope it's okay down there. Switch that off. Save the battery. There we go. Oh man, Chris, just want to say thank you for all the videos. They helped me choose to move to Japan from the UK to Osaka to teach English. You're a top lad. Thank you very much, Herb Guy. You chose wisely, Osaka. Honestly, part of me, whenever someone says they've moved to Osaka or they're going to move to Osaka, I get very jealous, just because it is probably, well, it is the most fun city in Japan. You are going to have like a lot of fun. You're going to meet some incredible people. The people there are so outgoing and fun and easy to get on with. And honestly, yeah, Osaka, I'm amazed that I never lived there. I'm amazed that I never ended up there, to be honest. Part of me thought after I finished teaching that I'd end up moving to Osaka and live there, but fate stood in the way. But I kind of wish I had, to some degree. It is an amazing city there, and you're going to have a lot of fun. And I'd probably recommend it to anyone coming to Japan to live. Osaka, it's an amazing place. You're going to have a lot of fun. Chris, I've gone from being nervous about eating ramen wrong to visiting Japan twice in the last 10 years. Thank you. Thanks largely to your videos. Thank you for everything. I'm chipping in for the Joey statue. Oh no, not the Joey statue. But like, yeah, I think I forget that because I've lived here for 100 million years now. I forget that Japan can be a scary country to visit, right? I certainly the first year or two that I lived here, I was a little bit on edge the whole time. I thought, oh, am I doing something to offend someone? Am I gonna not know the Japanese to get around this situation? Like, I was quite nervous as well. But really, Japan is a fantastic country to travel around. There's not much you have to worry about. I've only seen Japanese people angry once at a foreigner, my friend, because he left his shoes on inside a public bathhouse when he should have taken them off and put them in a locker. That's the only time you have to. It's the only time you'll see like a Japanese person angry is if you leave your shoes on in the wrong place. So remember that. Take your shoes off. Don't be destroyed. Cheers from the West Coast, USA, Chris. Drink some water, says Evelyn. Thank you, Evelyn. I absolutely should drink water. But first, this delicious last piece of Otoro fatty tuna. Delightful. Delightful. Came in a very nice box. It looks like a box for a smartphone, let alone 6 pieces of delicious tuna. I enjoyed that. That was good. Now it's time for water. Lots of water. I don't want to get a hangover. Somebody asked earlier on what it's like turning 30. It's good. No, it's not good. Actually, it's shit. One of the worst things about turning 30 is the hangovers get way worse. You have to basically write off the next day. So remember that. Sake isn't designed to drink and be drunk. It's designed for enjoying Japanese food side by side. Drink it in moderation. Don't be an idiot. It's good sake though. But yeah, it will give you the hangover of all hangovers. So be aware of that. That's the one downside when it comes to sake. It's it will give you the worst hangover you've ever had, ever. Tom says, Chris, greetings from North Carolina. My wife and I love to sit back and watch your adventures in Japan. Here's something to go towards a mic stand that will support the weight of the microphone. Thank you very much, Tom. This microphone stand, I don't know if I'm not tying it tightly enough. We should do like a time lapse where you can just watch on this live show. God damn it. You can just watch the mic just gradually just dip over and over. The amount of times I've had to like bring it up again now. I've done it really tight. If it falls now, then it's just because I'm not strong and I suck. But thank you very much, Tom. I most certainly will get a new bloody microphone stand. Chris, you found your calling. Solo live streaming. A 3-hour live stream with you is more fun. The most Netflix series. You are a YouTuber. Thank you very much, Darren. Don't know how I feel about that. It's a weird thing doing a solo live stream. I don't know if I'm good at it. No. Live streams are so much easier when you're with someone. But I'll take that. I'll take that compliment. I'm pretty happy with that. Thank you very much, Darren. You've made my day. But I apologise for the absence of videos recently, guys, on Abroad Japan. Obviously, we had the earthquake, which set my schedule back a week. Then I got sick, and I've been in bed like the last 3 days, dying. It's a miracle I'm here today. I'm kind of back on my feet now. I feel a lot better. But that's part of the reason my voice is going. So apologies for that. Which sake should we have now? You know what? I'll probably just finish this bottle off. But thank you again, Tipsy Sake, for sponsoring this video. Amazing sake box company. If you want to try Japanese sake, the best sake in Japan, highly recommend checking them out. Description box below. Discount code Chris Japan. 10% off. Take it while you can. I don't do sponsorship stuff often. If you've ever seen like an Abroad Japan video, I don't do it often. The reason I said yes to this was at least 3 YouTubers I know and like told me it was like Tipsy Sake was very good, and also seeing like drinking sake from areas like Niigata and Yamagata, places I know and love and have lived in. It's really awesome. It's kind of great to think this sort of sake can actually end up in the UK or the US or leave Japan, because sake that I've had in the UK is often far from good, and it's nice to know that now it's both affordable, accessible and easy to get hold of, and it also comes with a little booklet telling you about all the sake. So check it out, Tipsy Sake. Big fan so far, big fan. Chris, Otoro is overrated. The fatty tuna. I kind of agree, yeah. I don't really like Otoro that much. I reckon Chutoro and Akami tuna is better. It's kind of like meatier and more flavourful. Otoro is relatively flavourless, and it's very expensive because it's the fattiest, rarest cut of tuna. And it's nice, but it's not the best. It's definitely overrated. I agree with you on that. Chris, after trying to get verified on social media as a filmmaker and filming years' worth of Japanese travel videos, have you considered doing any work in fictional video filmmaking? A cyberpunk film, perhaps? Absolutely. I have. And anybody that follows me will know that I bang on about wanting to make a film over and over, and then I haven't done it. I really do want to make a film, but I've set the bar really high for myself, partly because I've talked about it for so many years, and partly because to stand out these days, you need to make something exceptional. You need to make something different. I don't want to just make something that's shit and then have people's image of me as like a bad filmmaker. So it's partly out of fear, partly because I haven't had a good enough idea yet, but absolutely I want to make something. And yes, it's going to be this year. And I do have a new toy. You might have seen it in the previous live stream. I'll go and get it. So every year, because I've like said, oh, I'm going to make a film this year, and then I don't, I needed to push myself to do it. So I decided this year, definitely going to do it. Because look, I bought a fucking red camera. This is like a cinema camera. They filmed The Matrix 4 on this recently. Terrible film. Don't go and watch it. As much as I love Keanu Reeves and the Wachowski sisters and everyone involved in it, it wasn't a very good film. But it was shot on this. And so I've got this camera now, and I really want to use it. I've been learning how to use it above all. But I feel like this is the year finally that I'm going to make something. No more excuses left. I have to do it. And I'm incredibly grateful I didn't leave the red camera on a fucking tripod when the earthquake hit. Otherwise, I would have been unimaginably distraught if that had smashed. Um, especially as it got imported from like America, and it took like 3 months to get here. Chris, have a sip of cheap sake. I managed to find it here in Czech Republic. Oh, very nice. I recently finished binge watching Journey Across Japan. Love the channel and your work. Wishing you all the best, Simonas. Thank you very much, Simonas. I'm glad to know Journey Across Japan is still being watched after all these years, and people are still delving into it. I'm grateful to hear that you and the gang are doing fine, Chris. Watching from Dublin, Dublin, California. Dublin, California? What? That nearly broke me. Dublin, California. There's a Dublin in California, an area that shares the Pacific Ring of Fire. That we do. 80% of the world's earthquakes, I think, are on the Pacific Rim of Fire. Don't quote me on that. It's probably wrong, but I think it is 80%. Chris, have a drink on me. Looking forward to the upcoming videos. Thank you very much. Sorry about the studio, Chris. Glad to see it's up and running again. Love from a South African fan. Thank you so much. I hope all is well down in South Africa. Chris, I'm going to Japan, to Aizu Wakamatsu in Fukushima. Do you know any good real estate agencies which could help me find an apartment? No, I don't. But, yes, maybe I do. Tokyo Portfolio. Wait, no, it's not called that anymore. There's a real estate company run by my friend Alex. It's called Black Ship Real Estate. He called it Black Ship after the American black ships that came up here in the 1800s and harassed Japan. I advised him against it, but he did it anyway. But yeah, he's very good at his job. Black Ship Real Estate or Tokyo Portfolio. Check him out. He's really good, and he helped me with a lot of my things. Chris, good evening from Pennsylvania. Fantastic, sir. Through and through you are. Be safe, be well. I am a sir. Yes, I am, sir. I'm not. I'm awful. Would a sir look this red on camera? Would a sir look like... What? It looks like I'm sunburned. Why is the camera not doing me justice? Why is the camera making me look bad? I'm going to solve this once and for all. And I'm going to smash the floor. One sec. It's this. This is the reason why. Let's try this one. There we go. Yeah, now it looks like I'm in a fucking fridge. God's sake. That's even worse. Oh, man. What about that? Nope. God damn it. What about this? I'm going to have to give up at this rate. This is awful. This is shocking. What about that? No, it's just back to the way it was. I'll live with it. I'll just switch to this camera. At least I look good here. Greetings from India, Chris. Looking at you hustling motivates me a lot, says Amlan. Thank you very much, Amlan. I am hustling. That's what I do. I hustle. I hustle and drink a staggering amount of sake alone in a room, which I wouldn't necessarily advise doing. Chris, how weird is it that some people meeting you feel the same way that you felt when you met Ken Watanabe? That can't be real. That people can't feel that way when they meet me. I mean, if you meet me, you can be guaranteed one thing: it'll be disappointing. Because of the corona situation, I've had less encounters with viewers over the last sort of 2 years. I've had some really interesting people that I've run into over the years. I did talk about it in a video over Christmas on the second channel, but I've met a few people that are really seem to be utterly shell shocked to run into me, and it must be I can't imagine what it must be like. It must be really. I think it must be really disappointing to meet me because they're like, "Wow, you're the are you the guy from the YouTube channel? I'm like, yes, I make a YouTube video. And they're like, wow, amazing. Can I have a photo? And I'm like, yeah. And then they take it, and then that's it. But like, you know, it's pretty underwhelming. You're gonna if you run into me, first of all, don't run into me. It's gonna be disappointing. Second of all, don't run into me. It's gonna be disappointing. Honestly, it's not good. But if you do run into me, promise me one thing. Promise me you will not just like stare at me for half an hour, right? I've had a few encounters, so many encounters over the years where I'll be in a location like a coffee shop or something, and there'll be someone sitting nearby, and they'll just stare at me for like an hour, and that makes me feel, really uncomfortable, and it makes anyone feel really uncomfortable, just having someone stare at you, because you know that they know that they recognise you. And it's just like, if you want to say hello, say hello. It'd be cool. We'll take a photo, we'll have a chat. But don't stare at me for 2 hours. It's scary, it makes me uncomfortable, and it would make you feel uncomfortable as well. So yeah, if you see me and you want to say hello, come and say hello. I don't think I've ever lost my temper at anybody. Of the 10,000 people I've probably spoken to over the last 10 years, I've never gone, if somebody goes, are you Chris Broad? I don't go, fuck off. I'll be like, yeah, oh, hey, how you doing? Let's go for a drink. How you doing? Let's have a chat. You know, I've never lost my temper at anyone. I guarantee that. I know my personality, my persona is built around being sarcastic and miserable and cynical and a monster, but I'm generally like try to be nice to people, and I won't eat you. Don't worry, but just don't stare for like an hour, because yeah. But yeah, I do like running into people though. It's kind of fun. It's kind of cool. It's awesome. I've had like all sorts of situations. I remember I was on a train once in the UK. I was on a train leaving London, and this guy came running down. I remember I was standing up holding on to something. I could see into the next carriage, and there was a guy running down with a great sense of purpose. And I was like, oh God, what's he doing? And he ran into the carriage, and then he ran up to me, and he was like, oh my God, Chris, I saw you get on the train, and I had to say hello. I like your videos. And I was like, oh wow, that's awesome, man. That's great. Did you just run down the train? Did you get on the train to say hello? And he's like, yes. And I was like, wow, that's dedication. Bloody hell. But like, you know, come and say hello. Come and say hello. But get ready for disappointment. Chris, I found 1 cup sake here in the UK. It was £7.70. It was as bad as you said. Stay safe. Holy shit, £7 for the worst sake in the world. That's a rip-off, if ever I heard one. Chris, I came down with a bad case of COVID last week. Welcome to the club. I ended up rewatching all of the Journey Across Japan series. I love the videos and your appearance as Mr. Affable on Trash Taste. Thank you very much, Frazzle. I hope you got over the COVID better than I did. Chris, it's Brianna and Jacob from Misawa in Aomori. We love using your videos from planning trips around Japan. Love the podcast with Pete. Drinking with you now. Keep up the good work. Thank you very much, Nicole. Sorry, not Nicole. Brianna and Jacob. Keep on drinking. In moderation. If you're at Misawa, you'll probably work at Misawa Air Base, and we can't have drunkards when World War III breaks out with North Korea if they keep firing more fucking missiles. But cheers, guys. Have a good one. Chris, there's a few bucks towards the Journey Across Japan Fried Chicken Fund. I love that fund. My favourite kind of fund. Glad everyone and mostly everything has survived. Hope to run into you in Japan one day. Nothing I love more than disappointment. What do you mean there's nothing you more love than disappointment? This is... All right, but thank you very much. Your money will go into the Fried Chicken Fund. Don't you worry. The fried chicken. To be fair, I really don't eat as much fried chicken as I used to. And I'm not lying. It's true, I don't. Cheers, Chris, says Alex. Thank you, cheers. Thank you, cheers. Thank you, Alex. Cheers. Chris, I want to let you know I got into watching you from VTubers. I went from VTubers to Connor. Connor to Iron Mouse. Iron Mouse to you. Hope you're both doing well. Best wishes from Rhode Island. Thank you very much. From VTubers to me. You've gone from perfection to travesty in one foul swoop. I wish I was a VTuber. because then I wouldn't have to worry about my face looking really inappropriately, annoyingly red on this fucking camera. Why aren't I a VTuber? Chris, I'm a therapist / psychologist, and I'm wondering if there are jobs for me in Japan, even though I can't speak Japanese. P.S. I love your channel, Stefan or Stephen. Thank you, Stefan or Stephen. Yes, possibly in Tokyo for English-speaking clients. Obviously, if you can't speak Japanese, that might limit you somewhat in more rural areas. But yeah, in Tokyo, yeah, it probably wouldn't be an issue at all. In places like Roppongi, there are lots of clinics for foreigners living in Tokyo. So, yeah, no, absolutely. Chris, I forgot to add my message. My greetings from Oklahoma. Love your videos. Why is everyone from Oklahoma today? What's going on in Oklahoma? It must be a slow day in Oklahoma this afternoon, on this Saturday afternoon. But thank you very much, everyone in Oklahoma. Chris, you're not getting drunk alone. You're getting drunk with your audience. Love from a Thai in SG. Laughing my arse off. Thank you very much. Where's SG? South Georgia. Saigon? No, that's Vietnam. What's SG? I feel. Am I being stupid? Am I missing something? SG. What could that be? God. Chris, should you ever need an actor and a stuntman, please reach out. My brother did a Cyberpunk 2077 fan movie a year ago. I'm sure he'd like to help out. Wow, that's pretty cool. I want a stuntman. I mean, we've got Natsuki if you want a stuntman. We've seen what Natsuki can do in a wind tunnel, and it wasn't good. I wonder how many of you have actually seen Natsuki in the wind tunnel. If you haven't, go and watch Natsuki the movie after this. Get ready to see someone literally almost break their neck for no apparent reason. Why? Why did he do that? God, it was so stressful. Even thinking back to it now, I thought I'd killed Natsuki. Yeah. Be careful which friends you send into a wind tunnel. It might end badly. Chris, wishing you well before the stream ends. I'll have to do another fan art of you someday, highlighting your affableness, says Chauncey. Thank you very much, Chauncey. If you do fan art of me, please make it look good. I've had some pretty harsh fan art over the years that doesn't do my rugged complexion justice. Usually it makes a lot of fan art makes me look like a fucking bowling ball. So please make me look good. That's the only thing I ask. Just make me look good. Do me justice. Make it look like reality. Michael says, Chris, I remember you saying Blade Runner was one of the inspirations for your studio. So I have an important question. Blade Runner or Blade Runner 2049? Which do you like better? Blade Runner, the original. Blade Runner 2049, perfect sequel, couldn't have been better, but still not as good as the original. Just utterly groundbreaking, incredible world. I love that film. And everyone that follows me knows that, because I bang on about it every bloody day. Chris, I've been watching your channel for 2 years now, and you introduced me to Trash Taste. The Trash Taste Boys, who I also follow. And I'm addicted to the podcast. Wishing you all the best, Rizal from Singapore. Thank you very much, Rizal. Where's my commission from Trash Taste for all the traffic I've sent to them? There's definitely a lot of people that discovered Trash Taste through Abroad in Japan, so I'm pretty glad about that. But also, a lot of people probably discovered Abroad in Japan through Trash Taste, so swings and roundabouts. Chris, it's Tiffany from the UK here. It's been a couple of weeks for me, but your videos always make me smile. I hope to meet you one day and have a drink. Well, thank you very much, Tiffany. Could be sooner than you think if I do a fan meetup in the UK. I'd love to do it. I don't know how meetups work, but I'd be up for doing it. Chris, what's your favourite cheese? Says Georgia. My favourite cheese is... Jesus Christ, the suck is hitting me. Brie. Probably brie. Or cheddar cheese. God, the suck here. Jesus, I've got to be careful. This is hitting me pretty hard now. Am I doing a good job concealing it? Let me know in the comments. Am I hiding my drunkenness? God, fucking hell. Is Chris currently sick? Says Chris. Yes, I am, Chris. I kind of had I think I had COVID this week. I did a test; it was negative, but I had all the symptoms, and I was absolute write-off for 3 days. I had to sit in bed and die, and it wasn't a good week. I feel good now, though. I feel back to normal, but yeah, I think I had it. Even though I had the vaccine twice, it didn't do much. Maybe it blunted it. I don't know. Chris, I followed you for a long time. I'm contemplating an entirely new career direction, and I always listen to your "Why I Moved to Japan" video, says Will. Thank you very much, Will. What is the career direction you want to go in right now? I would say the only thing I would say is try and choose a career that you know will make you happy in the long run. For all of the ups and downs of YouTube, this is very much the career for me, and I feel very lucky to be able to do it. There's no other job I'd rather be doing, and it doesn't even feel like a job. But I put a lot of effort in, and I love doing this. So I feel very lucky to do it. So choose a job that you'll enjoy. Chris, it's 5 p.m. here in Egypt. Good afternoon. Good afternoon in Egypt. I'd love to go to Egypt. I just watched Death on the Nile, Agatha Christie, directed by Kenneth Branagh. A terrible film. But it made me want to go to Egypt, if it's any consolation. I'd love to go to Egypt. Abroad on a pyramid. Let's make it happen. Chris, I'm from Thunder Bay, Canada. That's the coolest bay in the world. That's the best bay, Thunder Bay. We currently have 1 metre of snow on the ground. Stay safe out there. Glad the studio survived. You need to stay safe. 1 metre of snow, that's a fair chunk. Be careful and watch out for thunder. Presumably there's thunder. It's called Thunder Bay. Marie says, Chris, hello from Canada. I'm glad the studio's back up and running. We love the humour. I need to watch that cat documentary. Oh, for God's sake, not the cat documentary. Don't do it. I get so many comments. I swear people are trolling me. You might remember back in December I made a video called Why Everybody on Amazon Hates Me. And it was talking about how lots of people watched the cat documentary called Cat Nation on Amazon, and then they left reviews like, Chris, I hate you. You should die. Blah, blah, blah. You don't like cats. I do like cats, just allergic to them. But then I've got loads of, since that video ranting about Cat Nation, I've got loads of emails and messages from people saying, Chris, my daughter and I sat down and watched Cat Nation. It was the best thing we've ever seen. And all this stuff, and it's ridiculous. It's not like Cat Nation. Objectively, my presenting is dreadful. It's so bad. It's not a bad documentary. It's quite interesting, the content. But my presentation, really bad. Really bad. Go and watch it for that alone. It's just comedy gold, watching me fail to stroke a cat. You don't get to see that often. Chris, it's Philip from Toronto, Canada. Lots of people from Canada today. What's good? It must be a slow day in Canada, or just lots of people in Canada are nice. Chris, any recommendations for restaurants in Japan for someone who doesn't like seafood? I was literally about to recommend a great seafood restaurant, a sushi restaurant called Sushi Zanmai, but I'm not going to do that now. Restaurant in Japan, seafood. I mean, chain restaurant, Tori Kizoku. It's like a yakitori chain. It's kind of okay. Royal Host, the best family restaurant. Yeah, Royal Host, Tori Kizoku. Go with those two. Terrible recommendations, to be honest. Chris, any plans to come to Okinawa and explore other islands in the prefecture? I love your videos. I'll be happy to introduce you to some lesser-known spots if you make it back here. Well, I might. It's top secret. Don't tell anyone. There's nobody watching this. It's top secret. But I might be going to Okinawa very, very soon. Very soon. It's a secret, though. Don't tell anyone. It's a secret. Yeah. But I do want to get... I'm going to Okinawa again very soon. And I'm very looking forward to it. Give me some sun. I need some sun. For my pale, pasty white face. Look at that. That is the face that needs a tan. But not in this shot. Now it looks sunburned. This is like before Okinawa. Fucking before Okinawa. After Okinawa. Sitting on the beach without suntan lotion. Why do these two cameras look so different? Not even I know. Chris, cheers from Dallas here. Thank you for helping me break my interest of breaking my interest of Japan to my parents. They were always blissfully supportive of my study abroad, but never understood it till recently. Oh, wow. That's awesome. I'm glad abroad in Japan helped you convince your parents. Chris, admit it. After all this food challenge, your plan is to start a Fitness in Japan video series where you get ripped. You bet it is. Don't I already look ripped? Don't I look at that. Look at that. Ripped arm. That's actually quite a good arm muscle. Yeah. Say what you want. My stomach might look like a trap. My stomach's appalling. But the arm. Good arm, that. Good arm. But no, I do want to get fit. One of my plans this year was to get fit. And then it's not happened so far. And now it's April. Almost. And yeah. Shit. I do want to get fit though. I'm not happy with my health. I'm probably like the least healthy I've ever been. Possibly. I'm not good at the moment and I need to sort it out. I'm not proud of myself. So yeah, I do want to do a fitness series, but it's probably going to wait until I get back from the UK, because let's face it, if I go back to the UK for the first time in 2.5 years, in May, I am not going to hold back from eating all the fish and chips, all the pork, all the fried breakfasts, all the shepherd's pie, whatever the fuck we even eat in the UK. I've forgotten. Sausage rolls, Greggs. It's going to be amazing. I'm going to probably have a heart attack. There's going to be cholesterol. But if I get back from the UK alive, I will go on a diet and I'll film it and you'll enjoy it. Probably. Hopefully. Chris, my wife, my cat and I love watching your videos. Your cat. Yeah. Why? Why does the cat like watching Abroad Japan? The other day, we got some exciting news. We're going to be stationed in Okinawa for 4 years. Any advice? You lucky bastards. Why wasn't I stationed in Okinawa? No, that's awesome. Honestly, well done. Okinawa is probably one of the best places to be situated in Japan. A lot of American service folks get put in Yokosuka near Tokyo, or Yamaguchi, or Misawa, like quite a few people watching this tonight. I think Okinawa is probably one of the better places to be put. The weather's great, the food's nice, the people are very fun and chilled and laid back. My advice, just write a diary. Make every day count. Keep a ledger. Learn Japanese. Try and, make a life for yourself there off the base and actually live there. 4 years is a long time to live somewhere, and you could probably make a lot of friends and sort of integrate into Okinawa during those 4 years. So yeah, roll with it. Have fun. But good luck. It's going to be pretty damn cool. Chris, hello, from Denmark. Hope you're doing well. Take a drink of water on me. Good idea. I'm going to have a drink of water. And blow my nose. Oh, man. I should probably, drink all this water. Oh. Remember, when drinking sake, stay hydrated for the love of fuck. This is dangerous stuff. It's very strong. But very good. Tipsy Sake. Check it out. Description box below. 10% off. Chris Japan. Discount code. Beautiful. Chris, it's Tobias from Sweden here. Been enjoying your videos for years. Keep up the good work. Thank you very much, Tobias from Sweden. I haven't been to Sweden in a long time. I would love to go back. The last time I went to Sweden, I was 7 years old. And I got on a ferry. I got on a ferry to Sweden, to Gothenburg of all places. And I got on it was a really shit trip in hindsight. I've probably talked about it before. Got on a ferry, one night on the ferry, got to Gothenburg, got on a bus, a coach, a tour bus, whatever. We drove around Gothenburg for about an hour. We went over a bridge. I went to McDonald's in the town square of Gothenburg, and then I got on the bus and went back to the ferry and went back to England. And that was my Swedish trip. The worst holiday anyone has ever had. Didn't do Sweden justice. I don't know who thought up that holiday. What a shit package. The most British holiday ever. Didn't even see Sweden, just ate some McDonald's. Honestly. Chris, hello from St. John's, Newfoundland, Canada. Do you do fan convention appearances in person or virtually? Do you have any memories as an attendee? Have a great day. Thank you very much, Avalon. I turned down a convention the other day. I don't really do conventions. A lot of these conventions, they're sort of more like otaku stuff, like anime, manga. It's Joey the Anime Man. It's his crowd. It's his business. It's his stuff. I don't know anything about that. I've turned down a few conventions. The closest one I went to was one in North Carolina called Animazement. It was going to be Animazing. Animazement. What a weird name. But I said no because I didn't offer any money, and I didn't want to spend like a week or two just in a room doing nothing. So no, I'm not really into conventions. It's not my thing. I'd love to do like an abroad Japan event, like where I just rent out like a cinema or a studio or do something fun. Like that'd be cool. But to go to a convention, it's not really my cup of tea. So I don't think I'll be doing it anytime soon. And again, as I said earlier, to meet me would be to court unimaginable disappointment. It wouldn't be fun. You'd be like, Chris, can I take a photo? And I'd be like, yeah, hurry up. I need to get to McDonald's. Take the photo quick, hurry up. I need to go now. It would be shit. It would be awful. So, yeah. Even if I do go to a convention, don't go. Don't go if I'm there. Chris, please do a shit UK supermarket sake review when you're in the UK. Says Will from Warwickshire. I will do just that. Honestly, I'm curious to see what kind of sake they even have in the UK. They certainly don't have this or this amazing sake from Yamagata Prefecture. Only you can get this on Tipsy Sake. But no, I'd love to see what they've got in the UK. It can't be good. It can't be good at all. Outside of sake box companies. Chris, cheers from Portugal. Is it possible to be an English teacher in Japan if you're not a native speaker? It's very difficult, unfortunately, and I don't know that many people that did it. It's possible, but it's pretty difficult. So yeah, unfortunately, it's not easy. Chris, Charles from Texas here. Glad to see you're okay. Because of the earthquake, hope you're doing well. Thank you very much, Charles. I am very well. If not, a little bit drunk, dare I say. Chris, good morning from the wonderful land of lavender. Lavender. In Sequim. WA. If you are an American viewer, don't abbreviate your state because it adds an element of challenge to it that I don't know what it is. What's WA stand for? It's not Washington. It's not Wisconsin. It's not West. Shit. Somebody help me out here. What's WA from? Chris, be sure to send Connor lots of food pictures when visiting the UK. Well, by sheer luck and poor fortune, Connor, Sea Dog voice actor, is also going to be in the UK the exact same time that I am. And so, rather than send photos of food to Connor, we will indeed probably make a wacky weekend. So there's that to look forward to. He wants me to milk a cow or some shit in Wales. I got it right. It is Washington. Get in. Thank you. Yes. Washington State. I thought it might be. I feel very smug and very clever now. But yeah, no, Connor and I might do something in the UK. So that should be fun. Chris, you look great. Do I? What are you watching this on? How's this work? Chris, love your videos, personality. You're talented and you will forever have my support. Thank you very much, Nikita. That's very kind of you. That's what I want to hear. Unequivocal support despite my terrible presentation skills, my pasty white face, my burnt red face, and my drunken state of mind. Thank you very much. Gonzalo from Virginia says, Chris, the stream is the perfect thing to watch my day off. Thank you for your hard work. I'm grateful to see your studio back in action. Thank you very much, my friend. I hope you're having a wonderful Saturday. Greetings from Cincinnati, North Kentucky. Chris, I've got Kentucky bourbon in my hand after a night of work. But YouTube surprised me with a notification for the stream this morning. Cheers. Cheers, Brett. I hope you're having a good one. Kentucky bourbon. Oh, this is really good. Again, of all the sake I've had tonight, guys, if I had to pick one, it would be this one. Snow Maiden from Niigata. Yep, Niigata. No, sorry, Kyoto. This was the best. Nigorizake. Perfect stuff. Beautiful stuff. Highly recommend it. But again, Tipsy Sake. Check out the description box if you want to get yourself a subscription worth box of sake. I phrased that really awkwardly wrong, but you know what I mean. Chris, what happened to the old plushy cat from your apartment? Do you still remember? Do you mean Mr. Snuggles? Mr. Snuggles? Do you still believe? I mean, Mr. Snuggles was a toy cat that I had, that I bought because I had a cat allergy, and I'd worked out that every YouTuber in Japan had a cat in their videos, and they made 3 times as many views just because they had a cat. So I bought a pet cat that was a toy called Mr. Snuggles, and I got rid of it because it looked a little bit like Hitler, and it got a little bit awkward. So I got rid of it. I don't know what I did with it. It went out the window. I don't believe that adding a cat to your videos instantly makes them better. As we saw on Cat Nation, that didn't really work out so well. Chris, God, choking to death. Chris, have you been to North America recently? If so, which state and what did you think overall? Feel free to state your mind. The last time I went to America was actually Washington State, and I went to Seattle. And it was pretty good. Oh, I quite like Seattle. It's very livable. They often say Sendai is the sort of Seattle of Japan. I don't know why that is, because it clearly isn't. But yeah, they say it is. I really like Seattle. Very livable city. Good climate. Well, not a very good climate, but basically it's just like the UK. It's like the UK climate. I love... Is it Mount Rainier? Mount Rainier? The gigantic mountain in the distance. Yeah, I'd probably live in Seattle. If I could live anywhere in the US, it'd probably be Seattle. Or somewhere obscure, like... where's obscure in the US? Arkansas. I'd live there, just because I could. I don't know. Abroad in Arkansas, let's make it happen. I only learned how to say Arkansas a few years ago. I know it's spelled like Arkansas, but it took me years to work out that it's actually pronounced Arkansas. Awkward. Chris, glad you're safe after the earthquake. I made sure to set an alarm to make the stream. Much love from California. Thank you very much for joining the stream. What a legend. Setting an alarm. Not even I set an alarm to join the stream. And I'm the guy that's in the stream, doing the stream, right now, drunk. But thank you for joining. What a legend. I hope you're having a great Saturday. Chris, greetings from Cincinnati. You need a personal fitness trainer. Do I really? Do I look like I need Yeah, I do. Don't tackle it alone. Trust me, from someone who used to be £250, who's now £190. I don't know what that is. I work in stone or kilograms. Let's find out what £250 is in kilograms. Hey Siri.
Uh-huh.
Right. What's £250 in kilograms?
£250 is 113.4 kilograms.
Oh, okay. Well, that's pretty heavy. It's pretty heavy. But you're now £190. So what's that? Hey Siri. Hey, yes. Fuck. What's £190 in kilograms? 86 kilograms. Ooh. So you now weigh the same that I do. Well done. Yeah. I need to lose weight. I want to be like 72 kilograms as opposed to 86 kilograms. The winter has not been kind to me, nor has my diet, which is mainly comprised of fried chicken, bread, and pasta. But no, I don't think I'll get a personal trainer. I could do it alone. Oh, for God's sake, there's a comment here from Ryotaro. The actual Ryotaro, who says, I just released a new video. Quit live streaming and watch it. Well, let's see what this actually is. It's going to be shit. Let's see. Browser. Using the power of the internet, we can actually see what Ryotaro has uploaded. Except we can't because it's not working. Ryotaro. Wow, it doesn't want to work. There it is. Ryotaro Japan. Ryotaro Korsaka. Who's that? The The Fukushima no one talks about. Stories from local people. Wow. It's a pizza. And Ryotaro's eating the pizza. That's great. Wow, that really looks worth stopping the live show for. Thank you, Ryotaro. Go back to bed. But seriously, go and check out that video. It might be good. Chris, it's Reno, Nevada in the US here. Or sorry, I'm from Reno in Nevada in the US. I wanted to ask, what was the extent of all the damage in the studio? How hard was it to fix the water damage? Well, I mean, the water damage, as I said earlier, it came from 2 apartments up. It wasn't actually in this apartment itself. Something happened. 2 floors up. Something unspeakable happened. Like a bath exploded. I don't know what, but whatever happened, the water leaks 2 floors down into this studio, where it took me and Natsuki about 4 or 5 hours to mop it up. That was that was concerning. But no, the worst thing was, cleaning up the water damage, to be honest. It's pretty scary when you've got all these electronics. I mean, look around. By my estimate, there's like 25 lights in the Abroad Japan studio, and I was worried that water damage would screw it all up. But that's why it was only about yesterday, 1 week after the earthquake, that I switched the lights on, just because I wanted to make sure everything was dry first, so as not to short circuit it. So yeah, water damage put the fear of God into me. I miss Ryotaro. I hope you're doing better now after the earthquake. Why would anyone miss Ryotaro? Why would anyone miss him? Ryotaro is going to be on Abroad Japan in a few weeks' time for the first time ever with Natsuki in a video. We're going to do a journey across Japan, and Natsuki and Ryotaro are going to meet together, and it's going to be horrific. I don't know how I feel about it. Ryotaro and Natsuki together at last, after 10 long years. Yeah, it's crazy, really, but it's going to happen, and it's going to be dreadful. Chris, I'm currently in Canada under a chunk of snow. Seeing your success, you must have assembled big capital. Are you making any investment? I mean, as I said earlier, any money I get is often bundled into like new projects and things, and any money. I mean, right now the next big project, when I get like a surplus of money, I try and look at ways of spending it on projects and stuff. Like, a studio. I could have spent this money on anything. I could have bought something stupid, but it felt right to spend it on a studio and do something outrageous. And the next big budget project is going to be Journey Across Japan. It's coming out in May, filming in April. So yeah, I mean, my investments are questionable, but they usually involve videos and trying to make something bigger and better. And after Journey Across Japan, I don't know, it could be a movie once and for all, finally a film. So yeah, those are my investments. Stupid investments that get destroyed by earthquakes, it seems. Chris, sub to Ryotaro's Japan. Cheers from Tennessee. No, I won't. Chris, thank you for the content. Do you think a person with a disability would be fine moving to Japan? Says Thomas. It depends on the disability, Thomas. If it's a wheelchair disability, then Japan is pretty well equipped for it. Much better than I would say the UK is, for example. The country is pretty good for it. Thanks to the Olympics, they put the effort into accessibility. Juan says, Chris, you've talked about your fondness for Spain in the past. Which parts of the country have you visited? Any other one that you want to go to? Good question. I like the Costa del Sol. I like Andalusia. I like Barcelona. I love Spain. I probably want to live there one day. I'll be the quintessential dickhead British person that goes to Spain and it annoys all the locals. But for me, I'm going to be spending my holiday in June in the Costa del Sol in the south. Nice hot area, very dry. I just want to sit on a deck chair on a beautiful beach and just do nothing for a week. Something I haven't done in an unthinkably long amount of time. I just want to do it, Juan. I just want to go to Spain and sit on a beach. Love Spain though, can't wait to go back. Chris, have you been to Australia? Oh, I answered that one earlier. I spoke ill of Australia. I don't want to go. The main reasons to go to Australia: great people, amazing scenery. I don't know what the food's like. I don't know what people of Australia eat. Presumably it's very similar to just British food. But the spiders and the snakes put me off, so not going to happen anytime soon. Sorry, Stella. Chris from Dubai here. I'm a bit bummed out that I couldn't visit Japan because of work. I hope to visit Japan soon, though. Thank you for the amazing content. Thank you very much, Hannah. Chris, I'm watching from Florida. After watching your videos for years and hearing the wonders of the Japanese futon, I was finally able to get my own, and it was the best bed ever. It is pretty good. What I will say about futons, I don't know the science behind it. I don't know the magic, the math, but I always have a good night's sleep on a futon. Maybe it's the hard surface. Maybe it's because the futon, when you're on the ground, you don't feel like you can fall out of it, right? You feel like the whole floor is your bed, even though it's technically not. But you feel like it, and you just sleep well. I don't know, you just sleep really well on futons. I do still prefer beds because I like to be a little bit elevated off the ground. But yeah, futons are pretty magic. They are pretty magic. And you will sleep well, trust me. Chris, your Culture Shock video is still one of the best all-time favourite videos on YouTube that I have. I need to know, did you pay the water bill? I still worry every day that you might get deported. If I got deported for not paying a water bill, that would be such a good video. That would be such an amazing YouTube video. I got deported from Japan for not paying my water bill. I did pay the water bill though. Joke as I might in the video, I didn't want to cause problems. I did pay the water bill. It was a very expensive water bill as well. Summer months, I drank a lot of water. Chris, I'm from Poland. I just made a big pot of curry that I got at my local Asian store, and I plan to demolish it while watching. You do that. You do that. You enjoy your golden curry. I can't want a curry now. It would go down well with the sake. Great studio, Chris. Looking forward to more videos. Love to see a video soon. All the best, Craig. Chris, wouldn't it be cool to do a collab with Quentin Tarantino? Yeah, it would. Maybe that's the next big project, says Amelie. Yeah, definitely. It'll be Quentin Tarantino next. You know what? The British cynic in me is like, yeah, that will never happen. But I feel like having met Ken Watanabe and just all the stuff I've been able to do through abroad in Japan. Never say never. You never know. Things can happen. You never know what can happen, right? I don't know what's going to happen. I don't know what the future holds. All I know is, for the foreseeable future, I want to keep on doing this, and I want to keep on having fun with abroad in Japan. And I'm, even though I'm 10 years in now, and certain ideas I can't do because I've done them already, and I don't want to rehash old things, I still have lots of ideas, lots of things I want to do, and I love this job. I love doing this more than ever before. So, yeah, I don't think I'll be going anywhere anytime soon. So, hopefully that's encouraging. I don't know, but no, let's get Quentin Tarantino over. He would love the studio. He'd be great. He seems like a good bloke, to be fair. I listen to a lot of podcasts about films, and he's often in them. And his knowledge of film is insane. Quentin Tarantino, the man knows his movies. I'll give him that. Chris, glad you're okay after the earthquake. Love the content. Any plans to see the cherry blossoms this year? I'm in Maryland in the US, and they're looking pretty good here. Keep up the good work. Genevieve. Thank you very much, Genevieve. I think I'm actually going to miss the cherry blossoms because the location that I'm going to, top secret location that I'm going to on the next series of Abroad in Japan in about 2 or 3 weeks, while I'm there filming, the cherry blossoms are going to happen here in Sendai, so I'm going to miss them. And where I'm going, I think I'm going to miss them as well. So, no cherry blossoms for me, unfortunately. And also, weirdly, in Japan, they've still got a lot of COVID rules. And, even though you go to a bar and sit there and get drunk alongside 500 people, they've, cordoned off the parks. I saw some photos this morning of Yoyogi Park in Tokyo, and all of the grassed area, all the grass, all the areas where you'd sit and have hanami flower cherry blossom parties. It's cordoned off. You can't go there, which makes no sense whatsoever. Like, how can you go in a bar and eat and drink and clearly get COVID, but you can't sit outdoors in like a field and it just doesn't make any sense. It blows my mind, but it's really sad. 3 years running now, no hanami, no cherry blossom viewing. Crazy. Chris, it's Tiffany from Shropshire here. I feel bad for asking. Would you be my voicemail? If not, no worries. You just have the voice of an angel. No, I don't. Yeah, use me as your voicemail. I don't know how you're going to do that, but you're welcome to do it. I don't. How? What are you going to use for it? What would you use as a voicemail? What would I be saying? What would I be doing? Chris, I'm planning to move to the UK in a year's time. Any places you'd recommend to visit? Well, it's a rare one, isn't it? Usually it's Japan. But I'll give you some recommendations. Number 1, Bath. The city of Bath. It's like going back in time to the 1800s. It's a beautiful place. I'd say Oxford, very nice city. Canterbury, if you like pubs, great pubs there. Brighton, pretty quirky, pretty fun. Edinburgh, best architecture in the whole of the UK. Beautiful city. Lake District, I went there when I had a mental breakdown in 2019. And I stood there by the lake and I cleared my mind. I cleared my thoughts. So Lake District's pretty good as well. Yeah, those locations. Good luck. Hope you have a good time moving to the UK. Hope it's everything you want it to be and more. Chris, when are you going to fill in the first eye of the Daruma doll? Here it is. That's a good point, actually. So with the Daruma, you're supposed to draw an eye in, right? And then, you can see it. Here we go. You're supposed to draw the eye in, one of the eyes, and have a wish, and then make a wish, right? And then if your wish comes true, you draw in the second eye. But I haven't drawn an eye in yet, and I don't know why. I haven't made a wish. I don't know what my wish would be. I wish to lose fucking 15 kilograms magically overnight. Is that a wish? Would that work? Are you allowed to say the wish out loud? That's my wish, though. To lose weight by doing nothing and just sheer luck. Just God. Chris, I recently saw your Patreon video about Ken Watanabe. You sounded disappointed. Stop being harsh on yourself. Love from Surrey, says Matty. Thank you very much, Matty. I wasn't disappointed. It's good to be your own harshest critic, I think. I have to be incredibly critical of myself to get better. Overall, I was very happy with the Ken Watanabe documentary, though. And if you go on Patreon, guys, there's a good documentary, like a making-of documentary, explaining about how it all went down. Every video on Abroad Japan has a behind-the-scenes video on Patreon. It's quite good. Good value for money as well. I think it's like $2 for 50 videos. Pretty good value. Selling my Patreon. I'm doing a terrible job. Chris, I've been wanting to learn Japanese for years. I'm finding out that even you could do it. Wait. Let me rewind here. Chris, hello from Florida. I've been wanting to learn Japanese for years. Finding out that even you could do it inspired me to finally start last August. I don't know whether to be insulted or inspired or somewhere in between. I don't know what that is. But thank you very much, Anne. It's true though, like I never learned a language before I came to Japan. I studied Spanish and German. I was really bad at German, although that was mainly because the teacher was odd and weird. I liked Spanish a lot more. It felt a lot easier, but I was still awful at it. And I never seriously thought I'd be able to learn a language. I never thought it would happen in my lifetime that I would learn a bloody language. So to be able to get by, to be able to like pick up like this and read it and know what it means, even though I can't, is great and it's magical and I love it. And I will say, like, learning Japanese is one of the most thrilling, rewarding, amazing things. And I'm just going to keep reeling off adjectives all day long. It's rewarding, it's liberating, it's magical, it's wonderful. No, it's great though. Honestly, do it. It'll change your life. But it's a lot of fun. And a video that I've got coming out in about a week involves me speaking only Japanese for an entire day, and I found it a lot harder than I'd care to admit. I don't speak Japanese that much anymore, unfortunately. I don't use it as much as I should. And my Japanese skills have gone down. And in the video, I was watching back some footage, and my pronunciation is hideous. And I'm going to get absolutely destroyed in the comments. I can feel it. I'm even tempted to dub over the entire video and make my accent and my pronunciation sound bearable. Because it's bad. It's very bad. Anyway, you'll find out in a week or so. Good luck. Chris, a few years back, you mentioned wanting to film a few videos travelling outside Japan. Now the borders are opening up. Is travelling in your long-term plans? It is. It is. As I mentioned, I'm going back to the UK in May. I'm going to Spain in June. I'll probably film a video in Spain just because I can. It'll be kind of fun to do abroad in Spain. I'll do that. So that's what you've got to look forward to in the immediate future. And beyond that, who knows where we'll go. I don't know. Chris, another Chris here from South Africa. We have the same initials, CB. Very strange. But not so much at the same time. I love your channel. Sending my thoughts, and I'm sending all my available mental thoughts. Keep safe, bro. Thank you very much. Thanks, my friend. Thank you very much. Right. I better finish this sake. Well, guys, what a show it's been. Chris, you missed my super chat. Yes, if I've missed your super chat, please harass me on Twitter or Facebook, anywhere. I do take it quite seriously. And I do feel a sense of guilt, so please harass me about it. Chris, is James May a threat? Would you do a TV series? James May's not a threat. He did a very good series, Man in Japan. Good, like one of the few like foreigner travel series in Japan that's actually been good. Like, I'm so sick of seeing like travel series in Japan where they just do the same shit. James May did his research, and for that I was grateful. Yeah, really good series, actually. Highly recommend checking it out. Honestly. If YouTube's done one thing, though, it is show Japan in a way that TV never could, right? Because TV series, they come over here for 2 weeks, they do all the same shit, they go to Shibuya and eat some sushi off a train, like a fucking kaiten sushi conveyor belt. And so it's just nothing. It's just rubbish. It was like really good to see James May actually travel the country, and the opening shot of James May, it's not Shibuya Crossing. It's not him walking over Shibuya Crossing going, "Whoa!" It's just like an alien culture, Sugoi. He's just on like a beach in Hokkaido in the snow with like a derelict, destroyed boat behind him. I was very impressed. That's what I want to see more of, like actual good random locations showcasing Japan. If your like TV series about Japan starts anywhere near Shibuya Crossing, you've instantly failed. You've instantly done what has been done 1,000 times before, and for that reason, your show will need to be cancelled, and I'll hate you for it. Honestly, I hate it so. Don't do it. Don't do it. Chris, try the sake in the black bottle. Don't disappoint me. Don't disappoint me, says Michael. I'm not going to do it, Michael. I will die. I will drink this tomorrow. Oh, wow. On the back here, it's even got a little chart. Look at that. A little chart. It says it's full-bodied, it's fruity, and it's best at room temperature. Yeah, 15%. 55% polished rice ratio. This is good stuff. What does that say? Women should not drink this during pregnancy. There you go. Bit of facts there, bit of knowledge. Chris, please get yourself a coffee. Thank you for the 8 years of entertainment. Thank you very much, Eclectic Collector. Chris, I'm Brazilian, and when I went to Australia, no one could pronounce it. Could you try to pronounce it? It's Guilherme. I'm presuming this is your name. Guilherme. 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 Have I done it right? I haven't, have I? That's not how it's pronounced. Guilherme? I've drunk like more sake than anyone's ever drunk in 3 years. There's no way I can pronounce a slightly unconventional Brazilian name. 38 minutes past midnight on a Saturday. You picked the wrong day. You picked the wrong time. But thank you very much. I hope you had a wonderful time in Australia. God. Chris, let's hear your Spanish. What is Spanish? Spanish. Mi llamo Cristobal. Mi cumpleaños el 21 de abril. Oh fuck, I can't remember. Don't put me on the spot. Don't make me. I can't do it. No, I can't do it. I still remember failing my Spanish oral exam. She said, "Dónde vives?" Like, where are you from? And I said, "Porque hay un castillo." Because there is a castle. Her face dropped. I remember it very vividly. And that was when I realised I'd failed my Spanish test. Chris, I landed in Barcelona in 2012 for study abroad at the same time you were landing in Japan for the first time. I'm coming to Japan in a year or two. Thoughts on Yokohama? From another 30-year-old Chris from California. Very good, Chris. My thoughts on Yokohama? I actually thought about living there at one point. It's a very cool city. I like the fact it's by the sea. You can escape the hustle and bustle of Japan's second biggest city, Yokohama, and get some nice sea air. It's a really nice city. I like Yokohama. I remember it's got a really nice Chinatown. It's got Minato Mirai, which is the waterfront area. Yeah, Yokohama's really nice. Very livable indeed. Chris, you should get some jam for your cream tea, says L. I will do that. I will get the jam. I will get all the jam. Justin does Japan, says Chris. It's 3 days. 3 days until my wife and I land in Japan after 16 months in limbo. If I find myself in Sendai, I'll have to show you where to get the best pizza out there. How do you know where the best pizza is if you've been in limbo for 16 months, Justin? How do you know? How do you know where the pizza is? What have I missed? But welcome to Japan. Sorry about the 16 months of limbo. The Japanese government threw the foreign population under a bus. There's no two ways about it. It's a fucking disaster. But I'm glad you're finally able to come over. And I'm glad that a lot of you guys who are students are finally able to enter the country. So well done. Chris, will you do a video with Dogen in the future? No. We haven't got anything on the cards. I love Dogen. I'd gladly do something with Dogen. He lives 1 billion miles away. It's probably easier for me to get to London than it is to get to Kyushu, where Dogen is. But no, I'd love to do something with Dogen. Jersey Traveller says, thank you for the discount code, Chris. Great deal. It is a great deal. Thank you very much. And of course, this video is sponsored by Tipsy Sake. Incredible service. I've loved the sake tonight. It's been a personal highlight of the stream. You can get all this sake, all these 4 bottles, and 2 more bottles in the box right here. This massive. It's not a box. It's like a crate. It's ridiculous. This is so heavy. How could they fit so much sake in? This is too generous. But you can get it all at the description box below. Tipsy Sake, and use the Chris Japan 10% discount code. If you do, get that money off. Get that money off while you can. Chris, have you considered doing a time travel video where you compare how things have changed to when you first got to Japan, while ensuring you don't create a universe-destroying time paradox? That's actually quite a cool idea for like a high concept abroad Japan video. I don't know how that would work though. Like, not actual time travel. I know we can't do that. But I wonder if I could do something where I go in the background of an old video and make it look like time travel. Something to think about. Something to think about when I'm not drunk on a Saturday evening at 43 minutes past midnight. Greg, Chris, I'm throwing a coin at you, my favourite YouTuber. My heart stopped when I saw your studio in tatters. I'm glad you got it back into form so quickly. I hope you get back to health soon as well. Sake kills viruses, right? That it does, Greg. That it does. Honestly, I've not had a good week. As I said at the start of this stream, we had the earthquake. Then I got what I believe to be COVID, and I've spent all week in bed feeling like crap. This stream's been a lot of fun, though, guys. This stream has been a lot of fun. It's sort of made up for what's been a pretty bleak week. And I hope from here on upwards, things are going to get good. As I said earlier, we have 3 videos to look forward to in the next 2 weeks. Actually, no, I think it's like 4 videos. We've got one about teaching English in Japan and why it's awful. We've got one about Wacky Weekend, where Connor and I went on a road trip to the snowiest place in Japan. And I did a video where I spoke only Japanese for an entire day. So lots of videos to look forward to. That's all coming out in the next 2 weeks. So lots to look forward to. I am going to wrap things up very soon. I said I would only do the stream for 2 hours. It's now almost 3 hours. And I feel like I'm going to collapse. The fatigue from post-COVID is not doing me very well. I'm amazed I'm here. I'm amazed I'm doing all right, actually. But as you can see, the studio is back on good form. I love this Maneki Neko. I'm going to keep this here, actually, on the bar counter for all future videos. He looks so cool, doesn't he? What a great cat. I love it. I love it. I love Maneki Neko. This is a favourite thing ever. They're so good, there's actually 2 in shot right now. Look, there's one over my shoulder there. The broken one from the video. And it's alive. Love a good Maneki Neko. Spoilers, Chris. Spoilers. We also have another season of Journey Across Japan about to begin filming. I'm looking forward to that, and so should you. Chris, I'm glad to see you back up and running. Do you think it's worth going to Japan as a tourist before going as a student? No, I think if you come to Japan as a student, as a teacher, as a tourist, you're going to love it. It's going to be amazing no matter what. I came here as a teacher, and I'd never come as a tourist before, and I don't regret that. And Japan's such a good country, you're going to love it no matter what. Honestly, I don't know anyone that's truly, not loved Japan or coming here. I don't think you need to come here beforehand. I think you're going to enjoy it a lot, trust me. Take care of yourself, Chris. All the best from Oregon, says Sarah. Thank you, Sarah. But for now, guys, thank you so much for joining me tonight. It's been a lot of fun. Chris, I'm a ramen chef from Seattle. I'm making a recipe for your ramen shop with your blessing. Glad to see it back up and right. Wow, bloody hell. Yeah, do it. Go for it. I don't know if I'll be able to cook it. I can barely cook a ham sandwich. But we'll try. We'll try and make your ramen recipe. What an awesome offer. Chris, I've been wanting to say you look amazing already. You don't need to lose weight. Love from Taiwan. Thank you, Terry. It's very kind of you. I do need to lose weight a little bit because I just do. And certainly because I'm going back to the UK for the first time in 2.5 years in May, I want to lose a little bit of weight to look good when I meet my family. I want them to go, "Oh, Chris, you look good." I don't want them to go, "Oh, Chris, you've had too much chicken. You've had too much burgers." I want them to be like, "Wow, you look great." So that's one reason, one incentive to get fit over the next few weeks. But I'll get on it. After Journey Across Japan, I'll get on it. I've got about 4 weeks after Journey Across Japan to get fit. So the race is on. Thank you. A huge thanks, guys, for joining me tonight. A huge thanks to our sponsor, Tipsy Sake. One of the first and maybe last times I'll do a sponsor in a live stream, and I haven't regretted it. They've been amazing. Check it out. If you ever want to try Japanese sake, hands down, this is the way to do it. It comes in a box, a really nice box at that. Tipsy Sake. There we go. 6 bottles of sake. I've had 3. I've got 3 more to get through. Discount code ChrisJapan, 10% off. Use it while you can. But for now, guys, enjoy what's left of your weekend. Have a good one. Keep an eye out, because I think tomorrow we've got a video about why not to teach in Japan coming out on this channel. Not this channel, Abroad Japan, sorry. And so lots to look forward to. But for now, guys, I'm off to bed. Thank you, Tipsy Sake. Thank you for joining me, guys. Right, time to wrap things up. And because it was a tradition that I've forgotten, that I'm going to resurrect now, I'm going to end the live show randomly and bizarrely by beatboxing. because I never know how to end the stream, and it's always awkward. How many people are watching this right now? Bloody hell, quite a lot. All right, let's beatbox my way out. Here we go. Don't do a beatbox when you've just had COVID. It's pretty difficult, but I'll carry on. You can watch me pass out. It'll be great. It'll be a great ending. I haven't beatboxed. So when I was a teacher, right? I'm going off on a tangent now when I should be going to bed. When I was a teacher, right? And when you're a teacher, if you come here to teach, if your class is going to shit and the students are bored because you're teaching them some grammar, all you got to do is go, "What's that, children?" And they're like, "Wow, oh my God," they wake up. So learn that and you'll be good as a teacher. And with that in mind,